Little
little
behind the
expose
scenes there,
for
I
there.
guess.
Apparently, Dio was masturbating to the thought of me, which I find uncomfortable. But you know, to each person their own.
It's hard not to with such a sexy man. That's
I
why
know,
he never
right?
shows his face.
Yeah, that's why I never show my body.
Uh,
Uh, you remember where we left off, Dio? Something tells
okay,
me you
so-
don't.
No, we were talking to what's his name? I cannot remember his name for the life of me. But basically, the XP farm, the kid that's like running our social media campaign.
Mishima?
Yeah, we ended up talking to him and
And
Not
how
sure
he
where we're
essentially made
going
the
with
fan
that,
site?
but-
Long story short, he's going to be the guy that gives us our requests for mementos.
Oh yeah, and we had finished our first like mini dungeon, I guess I can call that.
No, we dipped our toes into the big dungeon of the game.
Oh,
The
okay.
side dungeon, so to speak.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So there's palaces, and then that's like the mainstay.
The
in the
way
real world, I guess.
the way they explained it is that mementos is essentially the palace of everyone.
Mhm.
So mementos is like a general bad place
Like
to
a
be.
town palace.
Because everybody inherently has evil inside of them, essentially. And then the most evil people get palaces.
So do we, since we have personas?
It wouldn't be an impossibility
Yeah.
for us to have, or for us to be in there somewhere.
hmm
But the chances of us finding that are astronomically low. Because so far, the only people that we've seen in the higher floors of mementos are people who have been exceptionally evil, like that stalker guy.
It's like you have to reach a certain threshold for it to manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So let's see. We have stuff to do tonight. We can hang out with Sajiro. We can also hang out with Iwai, if you remember him, the gunman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We can go to the Mafia, or we can make some coffee. It's up to you.
The decisions of life: mafia or coffee.
Mm-hmm.
How pressing is Mr. Mafia? I probably can't ask that question.
Well, we've seen what Sojiro can do for us. He lets us make coffee. And Iwai is the gun expert, so he's going to allow us to customize our guns, which I think we can actually do somewhat now. So I can show it off a little bit, at least, before we actually decide to do stuff. Let's see.
I think we ought to hang out with Iwaki. I feel like that will not only show a little bit more light of the game, but also maybe help you a little bit in your dungeon crawls. I won't hinder you so much by my obsession of coffee. I love his fucking menus, by the way.
Do what?
I love his menus. Just
I
the
know,
dog
right?
tags and the chicken wire and everything.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm gonna go ahead and customize the Riot Police, see what happens. It comes with a long barrel, which increases its attack and accuracy, and also increases the amount of rounds we can put on it. For 1100.
That's what you're choosing?
It gives it a long barrel.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with capacity. Like, what the fuck?
Well, we also added an extra magazine, because fuck you.
Okay. That wasn't in the description. I want a receipt.
You want a receipt for a back alley deal? When I give you the call, call me. The signal is when I cough. Got it? Come on, let's head over there. Well, I'm gonna walk around a bit. I don't want to be involved in the Mafia. You can fucking deal with this on your own, buddy. Have fun with
Not
that.
a vague signal at all.
A diner, huh? I thought only old farts came to a place like this. You've really changed, Muna-san. Hey, don't knock the place. That's pretty decent. Or, don't knock the place. It's pretty decent. And cheap, too. It's coming from a guy who beat the crap out of 50 rival gang members. You don't need to exaggerate. Anyways, what do you want to talk about? Oh, right. How's Suda-san doing? Same as always. Why? What's up? Oh, nothing. Just saw him around the other day. Hold up. Didn't you two cut ties when you left the family? Why are you asking about him now? I mean,
welcome to the family.
We were both young. I just figured it's about time we bury the hatchet. I can't just go up and talk to him, though. Ah, I get you. You're still trying to uphold the old code of honor, huh? Okay, I'll tell him you want to meet up.
Don't say stupid shit like that.
No, you fool. I just want to end up in the same place at the same time. It's got to look like a coincidence. In that case, Shibura might work. You know, I'm talking about redeveloping it. Shibara.
Oh.
Why he seems sick? What? He's
some
sick
of these
or something?
answers, like, goddamn.
Nah, it's just a cold. Hello? Yeah, how's it going? What? Your order's all wrong. My bad. I'll get back and take care of that straight away.
Sorry.
Sorry, I gotta run. Work shit. Let's talk some other time, yeah? See ya.
Hey.
Don't hang up. Masa's still on the phone, right? Just stay quiet so I can hear what he's saying. Suda-san, it's Masa. Iwai was talking about you. I did just like you told me, though. The hell are you looking at? What were we looking at, Dio?
I was daydreaming, sorry.
Nah, it's nothing. Some weird kid staring at me. Anyways, Iwai probably heard about that deal of yours, and now he's trying to squeeze some cash out of you. Sorry. No, it's... Yes. Sorry. Yes, I understand. A deal? Sounds like there's some weird stuff going down.
What should I do now?
You're all good for today. I'll have to thank you in person later. At any rate, I honestly wasn't expecting too much out of you. But it looks like you're gonna actually be of some use to me. I'll be counting on you, kid. My bond with Iwai is growing deeper.
How's your cold, by the way?
Alright.
Yes, Daddy, give me more work to do. Good work today. Order yourself something nice as a reward. Oh, and bring me the receipt so I can pay you back for it. Well, later.
There's receipts involved.
There's receipts involved in the diner.
Fair enough.
Not with the shit he's doing to us. Proficiency.
So is that something we gotta keep an eye on? Is how the fan site's going? Like if it dips too low?
Not exactly. It'll
something
raise and lower as the story progresses. I think you can increase it by clearing out missions and taking the
apparently
quests.
Hawaii does have a cold. There's a pollen warning.
Oh, I have something to tell you about that. Anyways, do you have allergies or what's up?
You have allergies?
Allergies? Oh, maybe. I do feel kind of dazed and everything feels weird. But, actually, I've been
shouldn't
having
I
this
ask?
feeling that someone's watching me.
I'm having
I
this-
hope not.
So someone's stalking her.
Maybe I just can't shake off the feeling of infiltrating a palace. At the palace, we're always cautious
Can't be
of
that
not
you're the
being
only
noticed,
blondie
you
in
know?
town.
So it has to be my imagination.
The only natural blondie in
Yeah.
town.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, she's half American. Either that or she's half French or something.
It said a
I can't
quarter American.
remember. Yeah, but she knows English.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you think the atmosphere at the school is kind of different now? You mean with there being no Kamoshida? Yeah, nobody ever talked about him in the open like this before.
That's true.
I wish someone would just thank us for it or something. Either way, everything has worked out for the best. After all, Kamoshida's actually been punished for his crimes. It's victory enough for me.
I agree.
Are you sure? I wonder what's gonna happen to him now. I mean, he's a famous criminal at this point, right? Are you sure about that? He's gonna have to deal with people hating him forever. That might be true, but I don't have any sympathy for him. He got what he deserved. For sure. For show.
Faux show.
Faux show, mud. Never mind. Hey, I have some new info for you. I saw it on the fan site, but I've heard about it at school too. Anyway, there's a guy at school whose bullying has gone too far. I want to help the victim, but it's impossible for me. But I bet the Phantom Thieves could do something about it. I mean, you already changed the heart of the stalker. So she'd be a breeze, right? I mean, it's amazing, isn't it?
Kinda. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Not interested. You're amazing! The bully is a brown-haired guy frequently seen standing out front of the school entrance. And from what I can tell, his name is Daisuke Takanashi. I know you can handle this. Oh, you got some info on a new target. I know this is a small case, but we have a name, so we should be able to consider him a target. Alright. Alright.
What were we again? The Woozies? Or
The Woodies.
the Woodies?
We're all here. You want to go to Mementos, right? What are you talking about? We need to study for exams? Don't worry about that. Let's ignore the details and just go charging in head first. It's easy for you to say, but we don't even have a target. That's actually not a problem anymore. Some intel has come from Mishima. Perfect timing. Let's just go in right now, then. You'll really do anything to avoid studying, huh? Yep. So whenever we get requests, we have to pass it off with the members we have. And we can do that by holding a meeting and by viewing the requests we have. Alright. You guys remember the most important step the Phantom Thieves need before they can take before they can steal someone's heart? Just tell us. Oh, you mean the calling card? Wait a sec. Did we send one last time? The treasure materializes when we change the target's subconscious with a calling card. That's the rule when dealing with the palace. But in Mementos, it seems like we can just go for the target immediately. Wait, what? We don't need a calling card or nothing? Something else already exists that fulfills that role. Fortunately for us, Mishima put a comment up on the forum saying the Phantom Thieves are coming. For a small target, that's enough of a calling card. That alone will put some fear in them for a while. Even that Do what?
But have they seen it?
Probably. Even that Nakanohara must have seen Mishima's comments about him in the fan site.
Oh, there you
And
go.
that's why the nav picked up on him. Can we really leave something that important to someone else? The desires of the Memento Shadows are nothing compared to those of palace rulers. Still, we need to unanimously agree on our target. No ignoring the rules, even for smaller ones. Anyways, let's get to discussing the intel we've gathered. This intel is on an arrogant brown-haired bully. He's a student at Shujin Academy. Things have gone a little too far for just bullying, though. He's abusing and blackmailing kids.
I'm gonna make him pay.
He's the perfect target. Come on, let's take him down. Are you sure you aren't just excited to go to Mementos? Then again, can't really leave a guy like that be. We should go. No objections, right? We're good to go if you're okay with it. That's a unanimous decision. Okay, all that's left now is to take down the target of Mementos. Right. So I usually like to let these stack. And we're going to go ahead and do this one because it's the only real thing we have to do today. But I usually let them stack to get like 2 or 3 requests at a time. Before I actually go in and clear them all out. Because it's Mementos. You're going to get sick of this place by the end of the game. Trust me.
The Mementos.
Just Mementos, the shadows. The type of change will depend on the weather, And if there's bad weather, there can be certain consequences for coming into mementos. It usually just affects the shadows.
I should write something.
Oh, so the pollen warning.
Pollen warning
Affects
means
them.
that there's a change in mementos. What do you have to say?
So you're here.
Need help with fusions, whatever, just talk to Justine. There's something you want to tell the two of us. I wonder what this is. When we
Sure.
heard you appeared in Mementos, we rushed right over.
So we meet again, inmate. I never expected your rehabilitation would bring you to this place.
No matter. It's the perfect spot to train and get some battle experience. I like your spirit. You know the position you're in.
Although, how did he learn of mementos? Perhaps he is even more special than we had anticipated.
I bet he just fumbled around
It's
with
the
meth
cat.
lab until he ends up here. I mean, who would even be able to tell him about this place? We know everyone who might have access. Mementos is linked to the collective unconscious, after all.
That is true.
I will admit, even though he looks pretty shabby, he seems to have a few tricks up his sleeve.
So what does that tell you, Dio?
He has been keeping his power a secret from us.
What their
We must
praise
learn the
of
truth behind it.
us being.
Oh, I
No, they're talking
Innovative?
about
Special private
how he got into
experiment to find out if
mementos.
he's hiding anything.
Because nobody that they know
We will not have to worry about
told him
passing
about
by here.
mementos.
I have to say,
Yeah, but we have
I
Morgana,
never
and
thought you'd
Morgana's
bring
the one
such a
that goes in,
bold proposal
right?
to the
So what does
table.
that mean?
You ready,
Morgana's
inmate?
like
I'm itching to get started.
on some sort of tier with everybody in the Velvet Room.
What else?
As she said, this will be a
I don't know,
private
then
examination.
I've-
It is all for
I'm
the
just
sake of
centering
our
all this
own
around
personal
Morgana because,
judgment.
like, that's the only reason we know about
We will not
mementos.
force
So
it
it's
upon
like
you.
either she's
We
on a
will be
tier
here
with
only
everybody
once
around
we
here,
receive
and
your
or
consent.
you know, she's
It'd
been
be
around
really
for a
hard,
while.
After all. Max,
Mm-hmm.
difficult.
Well,
Your rehabilitation consists of a great
basically,
variety of tasks.
he's
Battling
he's able to, or
strengthening
he knows about
soul.
mementos. They know about our
Bonds with your
confidants, and
contact.
because they reference them a few times,
Basically, we're gonna put all
but they
that
don't
to the
know
test.
about Morgana.
How does that work though? Because like Morgana's like always with us, except for in the Velvet Room, obviously. But
Except for in the Velvet Room.
There's no
Yeah.
better way for us to tell how strong you really are.
We will not ask for a 2-on-1 battle, though.
does their
Your
cat skin their
friends are
cover?
permitted to participate as
Is
well.
it a cover?
The contracts
Is he
you
a
form
cat?
with them can be considered a part of your power,
As much
after
as he's
all.
turning into a
However, this
shapeshifter, I could
test is
totally see that be
ultimately for
some
you.
like
Your
undercover shit.
teammates will not retain
Mhm.
any memory of this battle.
Don't worry, we won't kill you.
Our goal is rehabilitation. Ending your life would greatly contradict that goal. Should you fall, you will regain consciousness immediately.
Once you
So we
press
have the
go,
ability to
that's
fight
it.
them now.
The battle's over. Oh, and there's not even a 1 in a billion chance you'll win. So you should just forget it.
If by some chance that were to happen, let me see. We would tell you an embarrassing secret of ours.
What do you mean? Are you talking about that one time? Or maybe that other
What do
thing?
you mean?
Wait, there's
What do you
no way
mean?
for this.
If by chance the inmate holds that much potential,
Let's get into
you might
this.
be able to find the answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fancy bookmark you're always carrying around.
Fancy
Strange,
bookmark,
don't you
huh?
think? Why do we possess such an intricate bookmark when neither of us have any books to read? Moreover, I somehow know that this is important.
Hmm.
Justine, don't tell me. Are you actually trying to find...
My apologies. I have said too much.
Hmm.
Let's begin, Caroline.
Right.
Hmm.
You get what this examination is gonna be now, right? It
Do you
shows
know what
how
it is,
special you
Dio?
think you are. Consider this an honor.
I have no
You should be
idea.
crying tears of joy.
So,
I see.
in...
Well,
Let's get
would it be
started.
a memento? Would it be a memento kind of their own volition? I don't know.
Scared, huh?
Well, no, I'm talking about this
You
whole
must gain your
situation.
consent.
Oh,
If you do
I
not
I
wish
was
to
focusing
fight,
on the bookmark.
we
That's
will
my
not
bad.
force it upon you. However,
We'll
please
get to
report back
that.
us if you happen to change your mind.
So in RPGs, there are things called you're familiar with hidden bosses, right?
I should write something.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the term super boss?
Maybe not in this context.
It's a boss that the devs put into the game that is harder than the actual final boss.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of hidden bosses in RPGs, but there are very few super bosses. Usually only one or two in each one.
Mm-hmm.
Carolyn and Justine are one such example.
Fully prepared for our
From what I can tell, there's only 2 super bosses in this game, and 1 hidden boss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to win this, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you what it's like.
Well then,
Okay.
That's why I saved right before I went in.
with all your might.
We about to get our asses kicked.
Oh yeah, because this this fight, the part of the reason why it's so difficult
You needn't hope
is
that
because it's a
realize
DPS
you have the
race.
time to even consider
Huh.
that.
Get ready.
Oh, so if you don't get them down in time, they just KO everybody.
If you don't deal enough damage in a certain amount of time, they will literally just end the fight.
They're on a whole
Oh, okay.
You gotta be sharper. Persona.
Fire blast.
And they're like super agile.
Mhm.
Damn, son.
I was waiting for you to catch up on that, but yeah, they fucking hurt. The battle took 1 turn.
I attempted to set. We cannot. If you even have the guts to try.
But yeah, we'll be back to fight them properly. Probably close to the end of the game. But yeah. So, what exactly could they have meant? Let's see. Check card decals. What? Phantom Thief style, the usual. Let's go with party style. Let's see. Prepare first. Memento's overview. So, this next person is going to be in this new area. But yeah, they were talking about some sort of strange bookmark that they had. But they didn't. But neither of them read. What
Yeah.
could it mean?
I'd
Did you
rather
notice
have
the color of it?
No, I didn't. Or that is blue? Was it the blue
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
of like an item? Okay.
That one closed-up door is finally open.
That's a
Are you
consumable
the one who
item.
did that?
Is it a consumable item? Is it an item we can even obtain?
I don't know. It's like a lot of our HP and SP stuff is.
Which is what?
Consumable items. Sure am.
Mementos filled me in.
I mean, our stuff isn't, or I'm not talking about it being a consumable. I'm asking what the bookmark could be.
Well, I
Oh.
should get going.
It's something that's in their possession, but neither of them really have a use for it.
Would it... Can Confidant stats degrade at all?
Nope.
No? Okay. Oh no, I had this vision of like a bookmark like holding your place with a certain confidant or something like that so that, you know, your relationship wouldn't deteriorate or something. I don't know.
Why would they lock that away in a New Game Plus, though?
I don't know. Shot in the dark.
If you spend too much time... Ah, damn it, they spoiled the surprise! Damn it, I had this whole plan of having to sit here and having a deep talk with you about mementos and everything, and having you ignore just about everything. And then whenever the Reaper shows up, just have us get fucking bitch slapped again. But yeah, the Reaper is the other hidden boss in this game. He's not a super boss, but he's a hidden boss.
So, did I read that right? If you stay still for too long?
If you stay in the same area for too long.
Skills.
Oh, okay.
Weak to fire skills.
Does that include fights?
No, not fights, just in the overworld. Let's see if I can make my way out of this, because I was not paying attention.
And
That
pick
one's already
yourself up,
down.
No health.
Let's go with it. Come on, I gotta have something in here. Ah, yeah, Molotov cocktail. Yeah! Now get the fuck out of here. But yeah, fun fact, if any of your allies faint in a battle, if you win the battle and get out, then they'll come back with 1 HP.
Huh.
So you don't necessarily have to waste revival items on them unless you absolutely need to. Life stones. Alright. I don't want to use those.
Just
Devil's
reload your
Foot.
save.
I don't want to.
Like,
Does that mean that means I have to go through all that dialogue again?
fair enough.
Wait. How did I get so off track? Where's the entrance? There it is. I have a very particular way that I do mementos. That way I don't get, or that way I make sure I get just about everything. But yeah. Get out of my sight!
Alright, the first move is ours. Zoro, show your might.
But yeah. So what were we talking about before I got onto all this?
The bookmark mementos.
Oh
and
yeah,
everything.
the bookmark. What exactly do you think the bookmark entails?
You know, I kind of take back what I was thinking earlier, because a lot of the stuff with the Velvet Room does entail us exclusively quite a bit. Well, it could be something about Persona. I don't know. I feel like it's some aspect of us that it'll help out, but I don't know.
Thinking awful selfishly, aren't you?
Well,
Because it's not something we possess, and it's not necessarily something we can interact with at the moment. It's something that they have.
Joker, a treasure chest. Let's open it.
They have, but they don't have any use for it. I highly doubt that they would give us something that they know is important. Because that implies that they also don't want to let it go. So what would this important item be for them? Oh yeah, by the way, the pollen makes all the enemies fall asleep.
interesting. Oh, so it's a buff on our side. Huh. Little do you know, demons have allergies.
I know, right?
Nice work, team.
They're allergic to shit.
Okay.
The plant come.
That was a little too
Plant jism.
I honestly have no idea. Because it's like, you keep saying, you know, important items and such, but at the same time, like...
It's an important item for them.
Okay, so not
See the
for
platform.
us.
Should we
They
So-
said that it's important.
So it's... would it be something involving their boss fight?
Oh, mister.
Well, no, because we'd still have to get it from them.
Hey, good job.
But then what would be the effect on us?
Huh. What you got there? That's really neat.
I honestly just have no idea.
You'll find out in due time.
Wow.
Hmm.
So you remember that crystal that we got from Kamoshida's palace?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling strong human desires.
He has a very keen interest in it.
Full potential. May I see it? I won't do any damage to it. I promise.
Traveling skull.
Just
Yep.
do this, and then this. Done. Here you
So
go,
he
mister.
took our little crystal
Now that accessory can use its full
and turned it
potential.
into an actual accessory.
Hmm.
The Ring of Sorrow and the Ring of wait, what?
Lust.
Let me know if you find any others.
That's new.
Okay. Learning about desires also.
Ring of
teaches
Sorrow,
you-
anyways. I already have a Ring of Lust, but yeah. Basically, he turns those crystals into new shit. Here, before I forget, take the stamp book. Remember when I told you I'd come up with a fun game for us to play in Mementos? I thought of this after seeing the subway in the other world. This will also prove that you're checking for flowers in all sorts of places here. The stamps have different rewards in the flowers.
Bingo.
So you can try to get as much of both as you can. So now we have stamps that we collect from each floor. You can only get one per floor, Well, not necessarily, but there's always going to be one at the end of a floor whenever you first discover them.
Mm-hmm.
And those flowers that we collect let us buy stuff from him. I cannot afford anything I want, because I'm not going to get soul drops. And the stamps are useful for this. And we can use that to modify what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets more expensive each time we use it, so it's not, you know, one stamp for 1 star.
Yeah.
I don't have any good noodle stars.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of,
Mention something
Oh,
about
is this
the flowers.
references with you?
Mm-hmm.
doing
Oh,
good.
and we can't hoard flowers for the next trip. We
They have
have
to
to
be
use
fresh.
them. Mm-hmm. Has to be fresh flowers, and they'll dissipate as soon as we leave mementos. Let's see.
So
Fire, huh?
is its weak point.
So I'm gonna shoot this thing, and then I'm gonna hang you two out to dry. It's just been a floor wipe with these things so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, I mean, the hold-ups, or the baton pass system is really fucking good once you know how to utilize it.
Mm-hmm. It's just that learning curve.
Mm-hmm. And I'll admit, it is a lot more difficult in a vanilla playthrough, because in a vanilla playthrough, you can't see the enemy's weaknesses until you find them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Makes
there is a confidant you can get that'll give you a skill that'll let you find them as soon as you see the person.
Mm-hmm.
But that is not going to be something we're going to get for a while. Maybe we might get it, we might not. It entirely depends on you. But either way, it's useless in this run.
Mm-hmm.
Since I already have I think it's like a 96 compendium completion.
Mm-hmm.
Looking cool, Joker.
But yeah, I think once we get to about level 25 to 30, then I can start actually being a little bit more generous with my personas.
I'll get you.
Because I have some heavily modified shit on me. Collect all the flowers. Where was the exit again? There it
Where
is.
am I?
Who are you people? Where's my horse? And just go down past all this and then follow the path. But yeah, pollen lets people, or makes sure that the enemies are asleep. So we got the stamp already. Wait, what?
Well, then the little kid.
Oh. Oh, that is so bullshit.
Huh.
I was looking
Oh.
forward to that too.
Wait.
These shadows are
Wait a
Is it
minute.
because it's New Game Plus?
I think it is because it's New Game Plus.
You
Hold the
already have
fucking
all the
phone.
stamps?
Yeah, I already have all the stamps. God damn it! Ah, I was looking forward to having that and showing you exactly what kind of pain I went through for that.
Okay, I thought it was kind of weird because it was letting you, like, fill in the slots at least with all the stars, so I was like,
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and do this because fuck it, I have to have some sort
You
of.
want me to change
If I
the
can't go in and grind on my own time, then this is what I need to do.
Yeah, fair enough.
But yeah.
Here we go.
So it is a pain because you saw that there were. Remember what I told you about the stamps?
I've learned all about them.
You'll,
You see,
you're guaranteed one per each new floor you go to.
it's got these
There were a total of 165 stamps.
So, if I do
And do those duplicate?
Eventually,
Like, can you get duplicates? Oh,
you can't get duplicates because it's the same stamp thing.
oh,
But
okay.
there were certain floors where you would get
changed it for you.
an extra stamp hidden behind a wall or something.
Take a look for yourself.
But it was
Oh,
never
so place
guaranteed. So, what I would have to do is whenever we discovered a new area, and that area had like 30 to 50 stamps that it needed to collect, I would have to go through that. I would have to go through that floor and bounce between two floors, hoping and looking around each map, hoping for an extra stamp thing to pop up.
hoping that the Reaper doesn't catch up with you.
No, that's why I swap between floors.
Yeah.
It doesn't take very long to examine each floor. If you get caught by the Reaper, then it's because you're looking for him in this game.
Okay. I didn't know how pressing that was.
I believe his timestamp is 5 minutes. So if you spend more than 5 minutes in the overworld, in Mementos, and not fighting in dungeons, then then he'll appear. Hey, look! Morgana's got brothers!
This enemy's weak to weak.
Do I have a wind attack? I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think you keep asking this, but you don't have one still.
I have one that can give me, or that will get one once it reaches level 6, but I ain't waiting that long. Fuck it. I think I have an air cannon or something I can use. Here, take this baton pass. Now throw an item at it. Yep, air cannon. And you know what? Just because I can, you're coming with me. There's no need for that. So now I have Morgana as a persona. Says his name is Kate Sith. He looks like fucking Puss in Boots.
I am you, but better.
I am thou, and thou art I. But yeah, it was actually because of the stamp system that I was able to get as powerful as I was in the in my initial run, purely and simply because of the amount of items that I was able to get from it. Because in Mementos, there's this item that drops called I can't remember what exactly. I think it's just called Life Stone. It's called a Life Stone because what it does is it gives you 30, or it... How do I explain it? It restores 30% of your HP. And it's a common drop in the dungeon. So, what does that mean, Dio?
I assume there's some sort of health tick.
I mean, it restores a flat 30%.
Yeah. Or is there something that hits 30%? I don't know. What am I
No,
missing?
it restores 30% of your HP. And it's an item that you can commonly get, which means that it is an item you can use universally for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So,
So it's just hella broken, is what you're saying. Okay.
and you can get life stones super easily by picking up these little square boxes. Like, see, I just got 2 there. So, what am I up to now? I'm up to 6 already, and I had none whenever I first came in here.
Damn.
So, and each one is essentially just like a full, or 3 of them is like a full restore. So I have 2 full restores in my pocket right now.
Damn.
So, those life stones are actually my favorite item in the game. Just because of how stupid this item mechanic is.
Just like the milk it for all it's worth.
And the funny thing is that I don't even hard grind for them. I just take a trip into Mementos and then get like 90 of them.
Which I imagine that helps in bigger palaces.
Oh yeah, it helps in the palaces a lot, because that means that I don't have to waste like another day because I ran out of healing or ran out of SP. Like, I'm not gonna use SP outside of battle to heal my friends.
Yeah.
Because I need that SP for actual fights.
I get you.
I would much rather use items.
Okay.
They were too weak to Bob.
Which, thankfully in this game there's no Megalixir issue. That's an RPG term that I've told you about numerous times, Dio. Do you remember what it was? Or what it means?
It's that one item that does, like... It's super awesome, but you only get one of them throughout the whole game, so there's always that, like... hesitation to ever use it, just because there is only one, and it's
You never know if you're gonna get a better, or if you're gonna need it in another situation.
exactly.
Yep. I'm surprised you actually listen.
Yeah, I think I don't know. When did you first bring that up? Like you taught me that like back in.
I've told you about it multiple times.
Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah. But thankfully, there's no Mega Elixir issue in this game. There are Mega Elixirs, and they're known as bead chains, but they're not nearly as. Oh, hey, we finally got a area of effect spell. Fuck yeah, spunk yeah.
That was easy.
Okay.
You didn't see that meme I sent you?
Oh yeah, that one.
I knew what they were doing there. But yeah. You get bead chains. They're not entirely difficult to come by, but they can still somewhat be an issue. Huh? Alright. Fire! Go down! And fire. Again. So, do you know why I'm doing it this way as opposed to just going after Cait Sith immediately?
Oh. No. I don't.
Because the amount of damage that you apply to the enemy, these explosive enemies, whenever you kill them, is the amount of damage augmented that they reflect back to their enemies, or to their allies. So I dealt 338 damage here, and 357 to them. If I would have just gone after him immediately without the baton pass buffs, it would have been somewhere around, like, I think 200 or 150, something like that.
So it just gives you a little bit more.
Ah, the best ability in the game.
Lucky punch.
I use this fucking ability more than I use anything else he fucking has. Because it is such a great, it's such a great thing for setups. If you're ever in a situation where, like, you're fighting against an enemy who either doesn't have a weakness, or your party doesn't have it, or your party doesn't have its weakness.
Because it can crit, or
Because it can crit, and crit is an automatic knockdown, which you can use to set up on other setup for combos.
Okay, so with that high chance, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Plus,
Okay.
it's relatively inexpensive to use. Let's see. I have 9 life stones now. I went through one floor and got almost 10 of them. You're the lowest of the low, bullying people weaker than you, knowing they can't fight back. That's why I only bully people who are stronger than me. The hell? You're all ganging up on me, too. Are you Phantom Thieves, some kind of gang? Protectors of justice, my ass. Don't act high and mighty with me when you don't know anything.
With the Ubu gang.
We're the Uwooties. Hey, it's the mascot!
Okay.
This is probably the most famous shadow in Persona. He's known as Jack Frost.
Okay.
Evil touch. Bad touch. Oh shit, that's not good. Where is it? Where is it? I don't need that on me. So fear not only makes you lose SP, but if you keep it for 3 turns, you insta-die.
Oh, damn, son.
Yeah. It's not good. Let's see. Secunda, huh? Increases accuracy, evasion. Yeah, I could use that. Fuck it. Who's the fourth? Oh, the fourth person is on. Perfect. Beat stick. Oh wait, no, she's not the fourth person. Lucky punch. Papa. Damn. You dare use my own spells against me, Potter? No! You motherfucker!
Damn, that's too short, though.
Get back on your feet, bitch. I'm not done with you. Give me a Devil's Fruit. Oh, no. Lifestone. 30%, bitch! Damn it. How come he gets all the luck? Watch him crit again. Heck, get fucked.
That's a bet you he win, but nope.
I don't see a weakness.
I wish I could take, Yeah, I'm next. Okay, so... Take this. And then I can do this. Damn it. Headbutt.
Suck.
Forget! Oh, damn it. Okay, so he takes a turn after Morgana. Which means that I have at least one area to set up with. Confuse! No? Okay. Okay, then forget about it. Damn it! On your knees! Something! Damn it. Haha, get fucked. Fire! You know what? Execution style.
Damn.
Level 14!
I'll show you,
Adverse
boy.
resolve.
Black.
The sound of the gat. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks. So he's asking us for help. Because other people are bullying him, which is why he was bullying in the first place.
Huh. Alright.
Oh, jeez, what to do? You wonderful phantom thieves. This guy, pretty fickle, isn't he? You guys promised. Better apologize to the people you bullied. We got a treasure! We got protein! We can make some mad gains now!
Protein.
We'll go and get swole like that baby in the comic. Or in the comic.
Oh, yeah.
Push! So yeah. Keep going. We'll keep going until we hit the next entry or the next exit. And there's a good reason why I do that.
Alright.
Because whenever we get requests, if we do happen to get requests between now and the next time we actually finish the story, or go through the story, we will get, or we can essentially just like travel to them. Oh, we got some dirty women's armor. Fuck yeah. Sooty is a type of dirty.
Yeah, because, you know, it's gotta love them chimney sweeps.
Too weak to fire, too weak to guns. Alright, Ryuji, your turn. Just went down to the sound of the fucking gat. Give me that fire, boy! One more time. Fire! Oh, little fairy. Your friends are all dead. And now you shall join them. I could be merciful and ask you for an item and let you go, but, nah.
No survivors.
Leave no witnesses.
Okay.
Alright. Where was I? Continuing in my rampage on these helpless folks.
Beware the cat bus.
Cat bus will murder all of you. Oh hey, another Kate Sith. This will work. Yeah! Poof poof! Get fucked! Even though I did that completely out of order, because now I can't fucking kill Kate. Yeah, because I don't have anybody that has a wind ability. God damn it! Where's my air cannon?
Fuck yourself.
You done fucked up, AA Ron? Oh well, they'll all die the same. It just means I don't get an item. Oh hey, I got my air cannon back!
God damn.
Yeah!
Fucking pick it up off his corpse, be like, eh, still looks good.
No lessons learned. Get fucked. Never punished.
Where did y'all get that from? That's y'all's like a catchphrase nowadays.
It's a thing from Boom 555. Where like I guess if I remember correctly, they were doing a conquest match, teaming up with Brutal Maglini Time, and they went to the point. They got to the point where they were going to win, and they just started XP farming the enemy team, and the enemy team broke free, and then pushed all the way up to their Titan, and almost won the game.
Oh,
but
beautiful.
Boom and the family managed to get back, and as they won, the screen just started flashing. No lessons were learned.
Now we can move on to the next area.
Yeah, there's one more area I want to explore here. Out of my way, fucker. So there's an interesting mechanic about the XP that they don't tell you.
This enemy's weak to wind.
And it is that whenever you start fighting enemies that are... how do I put it? That are under-leveled to a certain threshold, you'll stop earning as much XP. And the reason why it took so long for everybody to figure out is because it tells you how much XP you get, which right there is 30, but sometimes the number you get isn't actually what the number displays.
So
if you fight, let's say you're a level 50, and you're fighting a level 5. And the level 5 says on screen that it gives you 30 XP. In reality, it'll give you like 20 to 15.
Huh. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but
I
what
guess
can you
they
do?
figured once you're that high leveled, you're not going to care as much.
Well, it's more of the fact that like I don't know how to explain it. It's more of the fact that like they're trying to stop people from grinding. It's an anti-grind mechanic, essentially.
Okay. So an anti-you mechanic is what you say.
Nothing's an anti-me mechanic. One way or another, I get what I want.
Fair enough, fair enough. Break every fucking game you touch.
Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it great? That's how I operate. There is no stopping me.
Reminds me of that one time. Oh no. No, you sent that to me. That whole Minecraft video of like how you can... Oh no, it was just so you. It was a Minecraft video of like breaking the game in such a way that you can like spawn any item in a chest or something to that effect.
Oh yeah,
It's-
if you overload
it's messing with
the
block rendering.
if you overload the amount of blocks that are supposed to be in a specific chunk of the world, and then put stuff into another chest just one block or one chunk away, it'll give you it'll double the amount of items that you can get in there.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, item
I remember
duplication.
you said that to me. I was just like, this is so gay. Like, this is him gaming all in one video.
Oh yeah, the spiffing Brit is
Spread
literally
the
just
shit
like
like that.
British me.
I'm surprised you don't make videos like that. Although, if you had a capture card, I could totally see you doing that shit. Like, oh
Eh.
yeah, here's how to break this game.
I break shit, but I don't usually tell the entire world around about it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just like to have fun with it. I don't try to advertise myself. Mm-hmm. I'd be really good as a speedrunner though, finding exploits and shit like that. So yeah, we can now fast travel to this area, because it's a rest area. We can only fast travel to safe areas. So, yeah, still haven't reached the end yet. Mento, sometimes the road will be unnaturally blocked. The walls are pretty weak. Okay, cool. Invisible wall, or basically illusory walls in Dark Souls. I saw a big enemy. Where a big enemy? Big enemy was right here.
You big boy.
Where did it go? It was literally sitting. There it is. Trying to fucking hide from me. I know you have XP. Mm-hmm. Take my freeze spray. You're going down, Dark Souls. Freeze spray. Man, if only we had someone who used ice. Because so far we have thunder, wind, fire, and yes.
And yes.
I mean, because I can use whatever.
Oh, okay. I was like, the fuck is that supposed to be? I half thought it was going to be one of the game's weird ways of like naming elements in all honesty.
I mean, there is a type of magic that does that's colorless, essentially.
What sort of magic do you do? Yes.
I do colorless magic. Colorless is a color, remember?
Yep,
yeah.
learned that from Kay.
Do you even know what I'm referencing?
I don't know what you're referencing, but I'm referencing... I don't know. The only name I know by is Kay. The one with the swords and there's all the color kings and everything. Have you ever... You know what I'm talking about at all?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. Never mind.
I was referencing Magic the Gathering. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, there's certain anime called K, and you know there's I know this narrows it down a lot, but there's just there's one guy that's like the colorless king, quote unquote. You know, he's got this cat girl that runs around with him, and some like I don't know, dark samurai for all I can say, but like and there's like kings of different colors, and I don't know, it's a long convoluted anime.
Sounds stupid, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was one of those you just watch because they played around with colors quite a bit. It was just kind of interesting. You know, you watch those shows for either plot or pretty lights. This was one of those pretty lights, let's say, anyways.
Why did I do that? He has wind. Whatever. I'm not. I'm too concerned exactly what kind of bullshit you're listening to or you're watching.
What, me?
Yeah, to actually fucking play properly. Hey, we got a sleep vial. Obtained award, Phantom Thief Bombers. I'll tell you about that place whenever we get an actual, or whenever we get tired of playing this. We'll stop off and do some other stuff. There's plenty of stuff to show you in this game. So, this dungeon, man. This particular dungeon room. Super interesting, isn't it?
I've got to catch up. My computer's having a stroke. Yeah, man. Okay, looks like I'm refreshing. As soon as you ask me something.
We're gonna flip if one of them pops. Just be careful, alright?
I need a new Chromebook.
You need a new computer.
Hey, this bitch is coming on in like 6-7 years. It's probably as old as the piece of shit that Crimson gave you.
At least you can still use your keyboard.
Joke's on you, I use a USB keyboard.
I tried that. That doesn't work either.
Oh, that's...
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, you done fucked something up. I don't even know what that would be.
It's weird because it doesn't say that the drivers are bad or anything like that. And like I've tried uninstalling and reinstalling the drivers, it just does not like keyboard anymore.
So you can still do like touchpad and mouse? Just doesn't. Just says no to keyboard. Okay. Yeah, that's what we call jolly well fucked here, sir.
It's just a game of whodunit.
Looks like hitting its weak point isn't enough. Looking cool, Joker.
One way or another, I'll get it fixed, though.
Yeah.
Probably just get a new computer, come income tax.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna refresh a lot of my hardware. What's... Oh, shit. Just threw my controller across the room.
Are you seriously fucking swearing in my stream, man?
Oh my god. I am so sorry.
Scandalous.
You know, cussing in your, Christian Minecraft server.
Hey, big boy, are you ready to fight again? Ah, shit. I'm out of freezing stuff.
This is awkward.
Lucky punch. Yeah, get fucked.
Damn.
Never learned, never punished. Headbutt. Fuck you. I'm gonna whip you good.
If you good in that steel ass.
I know, right? Turns out it's actually just one blob. The horse is the actual, or the horse head is the actual head, and the top is just some sort of growth.
Was it, I think it was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. But it's that one where it's this chick in like full samurai armor, and then she ends up meeting this dude with, you know, that's really into like English style, like medieval armor, you know? And they have like this little love story. Have you ever seen Miss Kobayashi's to begin with?
Yeah.
Dragon Maid one? I think it's in that one. Oh no, that whole bit about, you know, slap them in the iron ass, that just kind of reminded me of, there's a scene in there that, you know, or is it? That's the only one I could think of that's like zany enough to do that. Or wasn't it? Well, basically, they go across, this chick that's, you know, needing help, and, her issue is that, you know, she's really into, like, old feudal time, like, Japanese samurai armor, and it's because, I don't know, it's some cheesy-ass allegory for her being, you know, being thick-skinned, I guess you could say, you know? Well, somehow, some way, they come across this guy that's, you know, really into, like I say, English medieval armor and everything. So it's kind of this whole allegory of they both have thick skins, so they're the only ones that can be meant for each other, and this, and that. Does that not ring a bell to you?
Nope.
Am I just talking craziness again? Okay.
You're just talking craziness again.
Apparently, I'm into some obscure shit. Like, I could have sworn that was Kobayashi, but maybe I'm misattributing.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's some other weird, obscure shit I don't know about. Like, I don't watch anime. I read manga.
Yeah.
And most of the shit that I read is not it never sees the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
Which, but there are some that are starting to come up. To Your Eternity is one, and then another one I'm excited for is Eminence in Shadow is going to be getting a release. Which I cannot wait to see that one. Because it's stupid. The premise of it is stupid, but the plot is hilarious.
Should we keep
Fair
going?
enough.
So the basic plot is there's this kid who is obsessed with the whole Eminence and Shadow thing. Which do you know what that is?
I don't think so.
It's like shadow governments, people who operate either like above or under the law or whatever, do their own thing for the sake of justice, right? To protect humanity from itself, quote unquote. So he was obsessed with that in his previous life, but he can't but he ends up dying and coming back to life to in another world. And the reason why he died was because he was trying to figure out a way to repel a nuke by himself, if anything were to ever happen.
Okay.
But yeah, he gets killed and goes into a new world and essentially starts doing his Eminence and Shadow stuff up there. And he makes he pulls a lot of shit out of his ass essentially to get people on his side. He pulls a lot of like mumbo jumbo and thinks that he's like role playing Eminence and Shadow, or being an Eminence and Shadow, but everything he's saying turns out to be true.
Okay.
It's an uncanny series of coincidences, but the way that it's written makes you just love it. It's like in very early on, they're trying to investigate this cultist hideout. But they've secured a location, and they're thinking about going to actually investigate it. But while they're talking about it, he throws a knife on the map just randomly, and he says that the one that we've found is just a fake. The real one is here. And the manga, the entire time the knife is in frame, it's just it has a text above it that just says randomly thrown knife. And it turns out that there's actually another base there, and it was their base of operations.
God damn.
It is an amazing manga, and I cannot wait to see it actually get a release. But yeah. Alright, so we found a good amount in mementos this time. We reached the end of the area, and we're basically told, yeah, you can't go any further because plot.
Alright. Can't do it all in one setting, even though it's New Game Plus.
Exploring the metaverse will leave you drained, so it's best not to travel far afterwards. You can, however, spend time in LeBlanc and in your room, so plan accordingly. You can't even hang out with fucking confidants, man. So what do you want to do? Want some coffee, or you want some infiltration tools?
Always coffee.
Oh yeah, I also want to point out that we had no life stones whenever we first went in there.
Damn, son.
We had no life stones whenever we first went in there.
And you used like 4 right before
I
the
used
boss
like
fight,
10 of them throughout the entire time we were in Mementos. So we gained almost 50 in that one excursion. That's why item discovery is broken in this game.
Okay, but is that just because you're on New Game Plus, or is that just all the time?
That is... So, remember how I told you that the stamps let you change the metaverse? It has 3 stats that you can change. You can change XP, straightforward. You can change money, also straightforward. And you can change item discovery. And what that means is that... Remember those little boxes I was running over? Those little boxes, without the arguments of item discovery, only give you 1 item. But the more you level it up, the more items you can get from each box. So since it's at level 10, we're discovering 10 items per box.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So she's asking how we know how we know On.
Oh, yeah, we're in the same class.
I see. You seemed a lot closer than that yesterday morning. I heard she was a victim of Mr. Kamoshida. But was
Seemed
that
a lot
all
closer
there
than that
was to
yesterday. How scandalous.
Should clear everything up. Goodbye.
She's really grilling us hard for it, isn't she? Pain in the neck, right? You remember her name?
No, I don't. Starts with an M.
Makoto.
Shall
we begin?
The end of the Heian period marks the rise of samurais, which I'm sure you've all been waiting for. As described in the Tale of Hike, it was a time when all that was great would fall from grace. It wasn't unusual for the heroes of yesterday to be struck down as rebels of the present day. By the way, sympathizing with the loser or the weak is called the magistrate's patronage. That term came from Minamoto no Yoshitsune position, and it also became a way of referring to him as well. All right, Dio.
Do you know the answer?
You know the time. You know the time period Yoshitsune was active in, don't you?
I don't know. What are my options? Oh, fucking hell. Kamakura.
Are you actually right on that? I don't think so. No, you're not.
Damn.
No.
That is incorrect. He supported his brother Yoritomo during the Heian period. But despite his contributions in defeating the Taira, he was driven out by his brother and ultimately executed. However, in the centuries that followed, Yoshitsune became more popular as a tragic hero. I knew he wouldn't get it right. Duh, I mean, he's Dio. God, the teacher's looking at us. You done fucked up, Aaron. Rather than siding with the one who has overwhelming power, people prefer the underdog opposing them. It's sort of like rooting for a minor league baseball team instead of an all-star major league one. Or, you know, a ragtag of 4 kids going up against some higher force they don't understand. If I don't root for them, then
That's
who will?
besides the allegory.
But yeah, I'm glad you didn't notice what I did there. So don't worry about it. If you're confident in your exams...
Dialogue.
Well, no, not that. You could always liven the day up and head to Mementos. It'd be nice if we could get some info on a target before we went, though. Alright, so we've got Ryuji, we've got An, who's looking to talk with us. Let's see. And we have the Doctor we can talk with as well. What do you want to do?
Hung out with Dawn for a while.
We haven't hung out with An at all.
Okay, yeah, let's hang out with Dawn.
All sorts of things have been running through my head lately. It's like I can't really collect my thoughts on my own. It would be super helpful if there was someone around who could listen to me. So, you have time today? Why don't we grab coffee? I'm in the underground mall at Shibuya Station right now. Can you head over here? Alright. I'll be waiting. I'm at the mall? Oh my god! It felt like someone was watching me this morning. What should I do? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to at least ask. No, but then... Lady An seems depressed. Never mind, it's nothing. I should be able to invite her out with my current kindness. I'm fine. Seriously, besides, I wouldn't want to trouble you. Dio? How do you want to simp for An?
I want you to rely on.
I want you to lie on me. Oh, right. I guess it wouldn't be so bad talking to you about this stuff. Truth is, there's something I want to tell you. Feels like my bond with An will grow stronger soon. So what do you think? You spend some time with An? Dio?
Yeah, hang out with her.
Alright. Alright, let's go to the diner. I'm gonna walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. He doesn't want anything to do with An.
Mm-hmm.
Something I want to talk to you about. It's Shiho. Well, I went to visit her in the hospital. She said she was sorry. Sorry for not telling me about Kamoshida, about all the things he was doing to her. But it was my fault, too. I didn't realize how much trouble she was in. I wasn't there for her. So I apologized as well.
Are you feeling better now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I finally got to tell her everything I couldn't bring myself to say before.
Hey.
And, remember how Kamoshida threatened to take Shiho off the team if I didn't sleep with him? I had only agreed to it so that I wouldn't ruin Shiho's dreams. But now that I think about it, he never would have put her on the bench and cost his team games. I seriously should have dared him to try and take her starting spot. But in the end, maybe I just didn't believe in her ability.
I mean, Kamoshida had the upper hand.
But
That may have been true. You fucked up that one. That's why I believed Kamoshida's authority outweighed Chiho's own ability to earn her starting spot. Do you remember the last time I talked to you like this? When I got that phone call from Kamoshida, cried. I felt so alone, scared even. Because you were there for me, I decided not to go. I was a little surprised at how pushy you were about it, but I can see now you just wanted to help. Thanks.
I couldn't just ignore you.
It's hard to ignore a crying beauty. You're so kind, Duff. Back then, people used to call me all sorts of names. Prissy bitch, Kamoshida's girl. I got tired of it pretty quickly. To tell you the truth, someday I want to be able to take labels like that in stride.
hey,
Hey, personas are the power of the heart, right? That means that if my heart gets stronger, my persona will too. So, I want to strengthen my heart, and I want to use that strength to help people around me. I hope we can save people from trouble, just like we did when we changed Kamoshida's heart. Though, honestly, I don't even know what strong is. I'm going to find the answer. I promise.
Let's find it together.
Let's find it together. Really?
thanks.
Thanks. I feel like I'm a little stronger already. I guess that doesn't really count, though, huh? Well, I'll be relying on you. Let's train together and make our hearts super strong. Sense heightened motivation from On. Yeah! Lovers rank 2.
You know, I did a legal
All right.
gun trade at this table here a week ago.
Actually, no, it was the table right behind us.
Oh.
How about this? I won't get any refills on fountain drinks. I mean, they're free, so not getting any would mean you have a strong heart. Is that not right?
How it really works.
So, now you're starting to see that, although An is a good person, she's a bit of an idiot. And it's great.
She's a blondie at heart.
Yeah. Oh hey, it's me. Thanks for listening to what I had to say earlier. Now I feel like I have a better idea of who I want to be. Also, I'm going to think of how I can strengthen my heart. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. I hope you'll join me again next time.
uh,
Don't fuck it up.
of course, you're my teammate.
You fucked it up.
I did.
We only got 1 point, so...
Oh.
Thanks, you're such a nice guy.
It's
Oh.
better than nothing. Like, at least that's not the fucking doctor and she just wants to, like, shake me on the table.
And feed you weird meds.
Any hearts are better than no hearts at this point.
You're back.
Alright, so let's see. PR report and... Ryuji. Ryuji's messaging us at night. What? Exams are coming up soon. You're not getting a jump on studying without me, right? Right? If you're gonna do it, you want to do it together. I'm in serious trouble. You want to study with
What
Ryuji?
else is new? I mean, we need to study anyways, right? Go right away.
Alright, let's do it with him. That's a huge help. I'll be waiting at the diner in Shibuya. Are you ready for exams, Dio?
We can cram it all in this session, right?
We are gonna fail horribly.
What, because we haven't been studying? We just
No,
been
because... So, let me put it this way. There's 2 parts of the exam. One part is based off of your intelligence social stat. That's maxed out. There's no issue with that. Second part is entirely based on how we answer the questions.
Huh.
It is entirely possible for us to fail this.
And there's like, is it just trivia that you have to know for this game, or like what sort of bullshit is that?
It's actual pieces of Japanese schooling. The mainstay being Japanese.
Okay. That's disheartening.
I'll have you know, I was actually able to get top on the leaderboard, or top on the exams, or through each one.
Mm-hmm.
So, I got big expectations for you.
Wanna head back?
We shall see. Didn't know this was gonna be leapfrog education.
It's not leapfrog education. School assembly during exam week? The hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's going to be about Kamoshida again. I can't believe the school is messing with our educations like this. I don't care what it's about. It's going to have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess.
Seems pretty rough.
Mandatory meeting, huh? Wonder what that's all about.
Well,
Alright,
shall we begin?
now begin. Let the first day of exams begin. What historical figure expired the idiom of favoring the magistrate?
The middle one.
Ooh, we can
That sounds about right. You got it correct. Alright, an essay question. This looks tough, but let's calm down and think about it. Provide the reason why Minamoto no Yoshitsune is viewed as a hero. Yoshitsune had a brother, right? I think his name was...
The top one.
Fujiwara? Was
Yeah.
that his name? Yoshitsune's brother is really famous too, isn't he? I think his name was...
Okay, the bottom one. Minamoto.
Yeah, that's the one. Yoshitsune worked under Yoritomo. He did a lot for his brother. But they ended up coming into conflict, and in the end, when they had to oppose each other...
They both lost?
No, I don't think so. I think you'd better reconsider this. The idea is to explain why he's viewed as a hero. Yoshitsune had a brother, right? I think his name was... It started all over, Dio.
Minamoto.
Alright, yeah, that's the one. Yoshitsune worked under Yoritomo. He did a lot for his brother. But in the end, they ended up coming in conflict. And in the end, when they had to oppose each other...
Yoshitsune.
I don't think so. I think you better reconsider this. The idea is to explain why he's viewed as a hero. Yoshitsune had a brother, right? I think his name was...
Minamoto.
Alright. Yep, that's the one. Yoshitsune worked under Yoritomo. He did a lot for his brother. But they ended up coming into conflict, and in the end, when they had to oppose each other...
Came up with Yoritomo.
Yep. Yep. Yoshitsune committed suicide after being exiled by his brother. But even though he lost, Yoshitsune is the one who went down in history as a hero. That's probably because people tend to sympathize less with figures in power and sympathize more with...
The weak.
Which weak? Yeah, not just any weak person, though. People love rooting for an underdog who stands up to powerful oppressions, and Yoshitsune did that to his brother. So the reason Yoshitsune is treated as a hero is because he stood up against his powerful Yoritomo.
Yep.
You finished in time. Congratulations, because that was actually timed. Alright. Exams are over. At least day 1. How many days are we going to be doing exams, Dio?
3?
Are you sure? Today is the second day of exams. You may begin. Are you ready, Dio?
Sure.
Which brain function is responsible for the phenomenon of seeing an illusion in this figure?
Didn't know I was supposed to remember these things. Cognition.
That sounds about right. Good job. Which part of the following map can you paint without any adjacent area, or which of the following maps can you paint without any adjacent areas being the same color?
Both.
That sounds about right. Good job.
Because of 4-color theory. I remember that one.
Yeah, you remembered that, but you can't remember Japanese history, huh?
Okay, class,
Nope.
let's get started.
Does everyone have a test? Then you may begin.
I'm not a historian by any means.
Name the book that defined malfactor as the chief factor in the progress of the human race.
What?
I mean, it's pretty simple,
Oh.
Dio. Name the book that defined malfaction as the chief factor in the progress of the human race. Juliet.
The fuck is meth factor?
Malfactor, not meth factor.
Fuck it, compendium of laws. I don't know.
Nope. Devil's Dictionary.
Doesn't look like it'll
Oh,
work.
okay.
That doesn't seem right. What character archetype refers to a mysterious and seductive woman, typically with ulterior motives? Call me Bina.
Femme fatale.
That sounds about right. This is the literature one, Dio. How did you get that wrong? Do you even know what the Devil's Dictionary is?
No.
And you get on to me about not reading. Or reading
Yeah.
shit books.
I don't know Japanese classics. There's no American classics.
It's not necessarily a Japanese classic, it's a classic regardless.
Many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist.
That's right, kids. Y'all gonna be seeing the shrink.
Yours, Doctor.
This shrink means business.
How do you
Seriously though,
assure the kids?
seriously though, this dude is fucking terrifying.
It's nice to meet you all.
What a menace.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
My name is...
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
Calculated.
Tomaru.
What a fucking dick.
Thank you for welcoming me to your school.
Okay.
You're not welcome here.
No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just
Smooth.
here to counsel anyone who's interested.
You are not welcome here.
You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh,
Yeah, no. How about you go fuck yourself, bud?
not really any good for helping with money problems.
So you're worse than useless. So what do you think of the new shrink?
Yo,
I mean,
you ever expect this place to actually give a shit
plays
about
by
our
the
mental
book.
health?
I don't know.
Well, our
Nothing really to
school's
comment on yet.
national news.
Psychologists are all
It would look even
pricks.
worse if they didn't do anything for us.
This game only affirms
Dr.
that.
Dr.
Even the
Weston.
one that we know.
Yeah.
Hey, he's not a psychologist, or he's not a psychiatrist. He just has a degree in psychology.
Was any good?
Yuji.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you. How do you know our names?
McWayland Kun.
Well, I
McWhalen-kun.
beginning my tenure here. Those that had,
It sounds like something that someone would say as they're having a stroke.
Especially tough for you.
Yeah, you're not getting up and or you're not getting into my head, you fucking prick.
Oh. Yeah, it was.
Wow, you're actually conforming to this jackass?
I can definitely believe that.
Look at him. He is the face of evil.
Yes, I'd forgotten. I
Was
know
he our
I
next
already
palace?
offered my
Is that what you're saying?
services to the
Is he our next palace, Dio?
but would you three be interested
I mean, it makes
in
sense for stuff to revolve around the school.
Nope, not at all.
Are you sure about that? Because I mean, you already know who our next target is.
Emphatic about it.
Oh yeah, that CEO or whatever.
No, it's not a CEO. We just have a name right now.
You can have
Yeah.
free snacks. All you can
That
eat.
name is Madarame. Does that sound like Maruki?
But there's still plenty to be had.
Well, but
Trying to tempt young kids into your office with candy now, are you, Maruki? Your evilness knows no bounds!
I want some of that chocolate.
Hey, don't fall for that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the
Fall for
school's
that, you
interest
dumbass.
for the students.
Yeah,
School's
sure.
interest, huh?
I'm sure you're all sunshines and rainbows, aren't you, Doc?
Myself is a lot.
You ain't getting nothing out of me, you
Wouldn't
fucking
do
shrink.
good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience.
You just got a phobia for shrinks.
I mean, I had to go to shrinks ever since I was a little kid.
Sessions.
And my personal issue with them,
Your mental acuity. Like
I'm not gonna say on stream. Anyways,
Just that moment of contemplation. Maybe not.
probably not best to reveal too much personal information. At least not out onto the internet.
Yeah.
Aid in our Phantom Thieves activities, too.
So snacks.
Something that's not super personal, but it is kind of funny.
Which way are you leaning?
It's like, you know, I've been of the mental state that it would probably help me to go and, you know, be with mental professionals. But
Yeah.
I always joke around with people that, you know, oh, I just know how to act normal. That's why I've never been locked up anywhere. People just kind of sit there and look at me for like a minute or two, like,
Yep.
is he serious?
I mean, that's how it
But,
goes, right?
hmm
And that's actually a very common, that's, what is it? I think it's sociopath is the thing.
Yeah. No harm in a little chat.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Especially if there's free snacks.
Yeah.
Really? Then, I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay. I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
Do your best to help me, huh? Somehow I highly fucking doubt that.
Why does there have to be deals in this? Why can't it just come and take part in your services? That's what kind of makes me nervous.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know?
And now we know that he is the epitome of evil.
Give me a name.
Because we officially have him as a confidant now. What do you think his confidant is, Dio? Before you actually see it.
Is he the king?
Nope.
Maybe.
You're thinking Emperor.
Emperor, yeah. I don't know why I said king.
It's pretty obvious, honestly.
I don't know. He's just a basic bitch psychiatrist. Like, I don't know. Oh, okay.
Fuck that.
Sorry for keeping you like this.
Wait, is it always called the consultant though?
called counselor. I mean, I don't know. You were the one who was supposed to do research on this shit.
Okay, quiet
Yeah.
down.
Supposed to.
Alright, the council will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Dr. Maruki will only be posted here through November, so be sure to speak to him soon if you feel the need. If the majority of you, or for the majority of you, it's your choice whether or not to see him. But there are a few students I'll speak with later. The school's decided visits to Dr. Maruki will be mandatory for these individuals.
Oh boy.
Yo, you guys gonna go for it? What, the counseling? Kinda sounds like we're being forced to. Told Maruki I'd do it, but I don't know if I'm really into that idea, you know?
Okay, yeah, I was right on that. It's usually called the Magician. Okay, anyways.
No, because the magician's already here.
Yeah, but it was the first Arcana. The first Arcana is the Magician.
Not the counselor. The magician and the counselor are two different folks.
Yeah, but it had a 1 on it. That's what I'm going off of. Okay.
That was rank 1, you idiot.
Oh. I'm observant. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyways. I think I'm gonna try going today. So who's the magician, Dio?
Magician.
Yes.
Oh, is it Morgana, maybe?
Yep.
Okay.
Are you here for a counseling session? Yeah. Is now a bad time? Not at all. It's always a good time. As long as I'm not already listening to a student. I'm so glad you're here. Do you care for a snack? What is your obsession with giving people food?
Shall we
It's a positive reinforcement.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you want to talk about. And that's totally not a casting couch you're sitting on.
I mean, it is a little short. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's a love seat. Ha
damn.
ha! It's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyways. That is, if you're willing to listen to a super long story. I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. There's someone out there who's listening to an even longer story right now, so... See, it's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yeah, that's why I wanted to get even with him. For Shiho. And? At first I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shido was going to put herself through. But... Later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shio's suffering. In fact, it'd just give him an easy way out.
Right.
Dio! Is that so? You know, you're quite the wise, level-headed young woman, Takamaki. Oh, I think you've got the wrong... Nope. In fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see. So what's on your mind now? Right now? I'm just hoping Shio will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to go back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now there's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, I'd definitely be better off if none of this happened, after all, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. But it's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Fuck you. Oh, seems I lost track of the time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that that's all off my chest.
Careful.
A ton butter.
Good to
Can't
hear.
believe it's not butter.
You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again sometime.
Okay, I'm good.
Will do. See you around. Changing the world, huh? Well, I went in for the counseling. You're going soon too, right, Duff?
Why do we get to see her? How'd it go?
Well, it honestly wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Maruki's easier to talk to than you'd think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Didn't you have a counseling appointment? That's in the nurse's office in the practice building, right? Just pass some time in the area until you're done. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself, dude.
How are you?
Ah, hello. Are you here for a session as well?
You too, huh?
Yes.
Yes, that's right. Dr. Maruki is a wonderful counselor. I've actually been seeing him for a while, before he even came to Shujin. No? I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard, though, Yoshizawa. I'm really nothing special. Well, I need to get going. Please excuse me.
All right then.
What say we get started?
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
We made a deal.
Ah, well, I'll try to make sure it's worth the trouble.
I see.
Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in. Well, full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here.
It's in the past.
Did you have to force yourself to accept everything that happened? No, doesn't seem to be it.
So,
Now that you've told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. It seems like you've largely been able to reconcile with your internal world, or reconcile your internal world with your external one. I should note, that's really, truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it? You know how everyone has an internal reality? Some conception of themselves they're striving for?
for example,
Like wanting to be a model student, wanting to be loved and relied on. That kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is reasonable for a lot of people's pain, or responsible for a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much. That kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. But you're standing up to it, and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. And then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh?
But it sounds right.
Not even any deflecting self-depreciation. You really are strong.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry, this went on longer than I expected. Somehow, the conversation just took on a story of its own, I guess.
Say,
Hey, I've actually got one last request. Do you mind?
you know,
I'm actually doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts.
We're gonna push
What
drugs
they
on
think.
us too.
How they feel. not necessarily. If I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able, or I'll be able to help a lot of people. So,
I need more details.
Sorry.
sorry. I guess my point is, I'd like to ask you to help with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and then tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations in your end. Please. Any time's good for me. I can work around your schedule. And, I've got a lot of snacks, too. You can have them. They're yours.
Well, okay.
Really? Yes, you're a lifesaver.
Well,
Let's see, I know. Maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you could draw out your full potential.
thank you.
Okay, I guess that's our second deal. Detox X. When Joker is inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately.
Right.
Not
It's
a
a
bad
good
deal.
one.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Would it be okay if we traded contact information? I'll contact you when I've got time, or when I need some input from you. That should do it.
Now,
Now, I'd better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presence. Let's see. First off, mind grows stronger. Max MP or SP increased by 5. Oh, and here, never a bad time for a snack, right? Non-static gum.
well, see you.
Yeah.
No.
See you around the school.
Gum is static most of the time.
So did what he was talking about ring any bells for you, Dio?
In regards to what?
The game. He was talking about how people have ideals that they hold themselves up to.
Mm-hmm.
A sort of inner image that they have of themselves that is who they really are. Does that sound like something we know?
Is it kind of a watered-down version of palaces?
Nope.
No.
More personal.
Mm. Is it touching on our personas?
Yep. That's exactly what he was
Okay.
talking about.
Okay.
Talking about how most people don't have the ability to realize their persona.
Mm-hmm.
But he struck a deal with us because we have a closer handling on our persona than anyone else he's met so far.
And he can already tell that.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
I don't know. I kind of like his character so far. I don't know if I'll continue to, but you know.
He is the greatest evil that has ever walked this earth. Purely and simply because he's a psychiatrist.
Fair enough.
I'm so sleepy. Ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
So this is the part of the exams where it's completely up to your social stat.
And then before I knew it, it was morning.
So we're essentially just we're guaranteed to at least not fail, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna put us in like the top 15 maybe.
Alright. How manly.
Manly.
No matter how many times I fail, nothing's gonna change.
Nothing can stop me now.
Yo, look who else is yawning.
I'm in full retard mode.
Exams are almost over.
Never go full
so I
retard.
thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line. Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from the stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
Excuse you?
What was that?
Would you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I memorized.
Damn, son. Roasted by the pussycat.
Mm-hmm.
Am I
There's a lot of conflict that goes on between Ryuji and the cat.
More kind of. Yep.
She's imagining things, Dio.
What's wrong?
What? You see a groper or something?
No, that's not it. It's nothing.
Mm-hmm. Morgana noticed it too.
Ooh, anime scene.
Gotta love those nice new shoes.
Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad?
So I guess that stalker she was talking about is somewhat
At least act like
true.
fair.
Fine. Come on.
Here he comes!
Are they baiting her out on the sidewalk? Holy shit.
Mm-hmm. There he is! It's Dio!
Excuse me?
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You were the one stalking me.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
Look familiar?
Goodness. I had wondered why you left the car. So this is where your passion
Oh, the guy we're targeting.
well, then it's well.
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. Didn't even notice the calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
What an obsessive man.
Okay.
What?
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute.
be the model for my next art piece?
Christ, so
I feel passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me?
You know,
What do you say?
I hate to admit it.
Hold your horses.
I think I like this dude.
I knew it!
Where are my manners?
The entire time I was playing this game again, I was just like, this dude reminds me a lot of fucking Dio.
I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence.
I hope you clipped that as well.
I'm striving to become an artist.
It's that quiet realization of, oh shit, this guy might actually be me.
The other day?
Yep, just, you know, man, be right.
If we just replace his art obsession, or the fact that he's an artist, with technology, he's essentially just you.
We heard that name.
Yeah, just like tweak this to like maybe photography or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
As much as I wish that I was a freehand artist, that is not one of my specialties.
I'll be there to help out on a given day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too.
He really doesn't care about the two of us.
Well then, I hope to see you.
Not even a
tomorrow.
single word of acknowledgement.
Well, he gave us acknowledgement because he gave us tickets, but
As easy to read as a book.
Yeah, fair enough.
You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will. Crap, look at the time. I'll see you later.
she's gotta go.
Dare he go after Lady Ann. I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
So we've seen our target, and we've seen apparently his protege, or his student, Yusuke.
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance? That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So
Pupil, huh?
What I want to know most is your method. It's true that Madarame was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
So he is a rotten adult. What a surprise.
I mean, just shoot the shit with her in the metaverse.
Do you remember?
This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so, a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
Were we related to the heart failures that people have had?
I don't want to say.
I'll give you a hint. The answer is yes and no.
Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
Now for the final day of exams.
Woo.
Based on our erudite knowledge, we're overqualified to be living in this high school.
We should have tested out long ago.
Yep. So what's your take on Yusuke?
I mean, he has potential. I can like him.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean, you are talking about the artist, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. He could be taken over the top, which I'm a little bit nervous of, but I mean, so far I kind of like him, and I can see how you drew that connection between the two of us a little bit over the top and, eccentric.
It's over.
It's over.
That idea began whenever I found out he was stalking a random woman.
Excuse you? What do you think I do in my free hours, huh?
Stalk random women! What do you think I think you do?
God damn. I didn't quit asking you about your opinion of it. I'm feeling confident.
I thought you were an idiot like me!
About the exams, like it or not, I'm gonna get graded next week.
I really kind of want to ask what you really think. I don't know if I want this on stream.
Well, I mean, we already know from Valentine's Day that your opinion of women is not exactly ideal.
A lot of my ideas are not ideal. That's my problem in life.
Okay. There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
I want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
I don't have that much money.
I don't have that much left.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There are the
I only have like 9 million yen, dude. I can't afford that kind of fancy shit.
Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
That's something for a billionaire, not a millionaire.
I know, right? I'm only a millionaire. That's the most pretentious thing I will ever say.
This could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
Madarame, was it?
Is he our target?
I'm curious too.
That aside, the other 2 tickets. Wanna go appreciate some
Has a palace? I think he has.
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
Well, if everyone's going...
It's settled then.
Should be fun. It's gonna be so boring.
This should be fun. I can appreciate the fine
The phrase
arts.
going to an art exhibit
You know, if I ever have the
Sure.
money, there's one stupid thing that I really would
Let's
love
meet
to
at the
do,
exhibit entrance
which
tomorrow.
is I want to go to like an art exhibit, find one that's literally like the worst looking, or maybe not even an art exhibit. Just go to like a or a elementary school where kids are showing off their art, and go dressed as like some pompous high class person from like the 1800s. And just walk around and throw random numbers at a piece of it, or at pieces of paint or pieces of art. Like some kids made a doodle of like a stick figure and the sun, and I'm like, oh, it's fantabulous. I'll take $1 million for it.
Oh, love it.
If I actually had that kind of money.
Oh yeah, that would be fun as hell. Like make some, well, maybe not Kids Day, but like Kids Families Day of just like, oh, this is just fantabulous art. Here's 500,000. Just slap it on the table. I
It's
simply
not even-
must have this piece.
And it's not even like a really good piece. It's like a really shabbily made clay art. So, you want to
I
make
feel-
infiltration tools? You want to make coffee? What do you want to do?
Always coffee.
Always coffee. Alright,
Yep.
my man.
I feel like if we were both rich men, that's totally easy.
I just use my money for stupid shit.
Just go around and I don't even know. Just like the most pretentious shit to make fun of it, you know?
I've thought about doing something really stupid if I ever had money, at least to my friends. I'd figure out their address through unscrupulous means, and then so here's the full plan, right? I ask Crimson his address for some reason, right? I do nothing with that for 6 months until I know for sure he's forgotten I asked him for his address. Then one night or 1 week, I get super drunk. For the entire week, I'm drinking. And whenever I drink, I go onto Amazon, and I start ordering whatever shit I think of. And mail it to his house for an entire week. Have like hundreds of items show up.
I can see it. It's like that meme where it's like 50 different boxes just piled up at somebody's doorway.
Yep.
Yep. I can see you doing that shit.
Crimson just starts making comments. It's like, why the fuck is all of this stuff showing up at my house?
Some of it's like super inappropriate stuff, and he's just like, okay, I explained this.
It's like a 50-gallon drum of... It's like a 50-gallon drum of lube.
I'll show you around.
Because why the fuck not?
About the picture I'd like to draw, too.
If I can, if I could do it, I would love to do it.
Best part about that is you can probably write that off as a donation.
Find some dancing and try something free.
I told you not to come out.
So hey Dio, I want you to do me a favor, real quick. I want you to Google Persona 3 protagonist and tell me if he looks familiar.
Was he gonna look like the artist? Is that what you're saying?
You'll see.
Which way are we supposed to start?
I can type.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the
Oh,
world
God.
does all
Okay,
this
yeah.
inspiration
Almost uncanny, isn't it?
Like the bangs are flipping the wrong way, but that's about it.
It's interesting,
naturally, you
because
say?
I don't know. I want to check it with the other protagonists, but I don't think there's any other Persona protagonists that have clones in this game. But that one stuck out to me, mostly because I
So the
fucking
act
love
of
Persona
entering
3.
one's mind gives
Yeah.
rise to inner
I get
beauty.
you.
Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
So apparently he's famous for for being able to utilize multiple different styles of painting and artwork, and he lives in a fucking shack in the middle of nowhere.
Madarame-san is actually here?
Okay.
Over there.
So apparently he's a fan of Zen painting by that description.
Mm-hmm.
There's way too many people. Anyways,
He lives like a,
don't die on us, alright?
or he lives kind of like a traditional Japanese artist,
There were so many
with
types
very
of
little money
art.
actually going to him.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke. Sensei. Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction. I hope this becomes a wonderful piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach. He seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To
You
think
know-
such a cheerful and gentlemanly person
I'll
could
save
make
it till the
such
end
a
of dialogue.
piece.
All right.
Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
Hey!
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me. Thanks to that, I remember now.
Remember what?
Let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too. This post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Interesting.
I didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shaq and Madarame triggered it. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge
Okay, that
scandal.
makes even more
I
sense.
wonder if
How so?
Kitagawa-kun posted this.
Okay, what I was going to say is the fact that, like, you know, the whole thing about him living in a shack out in the middle of nowhere
In that case,
kind of
it's
points me
possible
towards him being
Madarame
like a
was
Zen
having
artist,
the
which, you
Mentos
know,
referring to the same
a lot of
man.
Zen art will
A man like
point
that
towards,
doing
like,
such a
you'll
thing.
have a painting named, like, Poet in the Woods,
I wonder if we can ask
but,
that
you know, the
shadow
poet will
earlier
be,
about
like,
this.
a little aspect or detail in the corner, while mainly nature is the
How are we
point
gonna
of
go
view.
about that?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's how a lot of Zen art
Start with
rolls.
mementos?
Well, with our pupil coming up to us and wanting
There's the
Anne
possibility
to
that
be,
Madarame
you
will
know,
find
a
out.
model and presumably
Yeah,
a forefront
right.
part of his paintings,
Hey, what do you
that
think
kind
about
of,
Madarame?
like,
Doesn't he seem suspicious?
it led me to believe, like, either there was a clash between their styles, but now it seems like if we start seeing paintings in the Masters exhibits that show, like, human centerpieces more and more, then that would, you know, further confirm the fact that he plagiarizes and, you know, just steals from his pupils, because, you know, from a Zen background, that's not your point of focus, but that's obviously what the pupil is heading for. Let's see. He does.
I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence. If this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
A big high class artist getting involved in a scandal. Who would have thought?
Wait, what did you do about the whole modeling thing?
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info and the address to his sensei's atelier.
He said he lives there, right? Perfect timing. Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Huh?
You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
What? We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Clever. So they're using her connection with Yusuke to get close to Kitagawa and figure out what's going on.
Makes sense.
And to find out if that rumor about Madarame is true. If it is, this might just be exactly what we needed.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is airing today. Want to check out the TV? Fuck yeah, I do! I'll always take free stuff. Name that quote, Dio.
I don't know.
Sad. It's something you
Is it a
should know
Smite thing?
a lot. Yep.
Who is it?
Hey, hey.
I can't place it. I want to say Bacchus, but
Nope.
no. Okay.
Ganesh.
Ganesh. Okay,
Mhm.
that's why I knew it so well. Okay.
I was like, he's got to figure this out eventually. So, you want to make infiltration tools, you want to study, or you want to make coffee?
Coffee.
Alright. were
Always
you saying?
coffee. I was in the same ballpark. It was a Guardian at least.
Yeah, pretty close. But the difference is that Bacchus is an aggressive guardian and Ganesh is more of a shift guardian. He's
Yeah,
a switch. He's not a dom or a sub.
He's a switch. I mean, he's the remover of obstacles. So.
I know, right? And he can also charge through obstacles, which is great to know. It just reminds me of fucking whenever we were doing that one team fight where I was playing as Odin, and Vamana came out and ulted, and I just walked up to him and ulted, and everybody just turned and beat the shit out of him. So he's officially going to be our psychology teacher now.
Oh boy.
See, what's going on in your mind can affect your body pretty significantly. There's proof it can even heal you, depending on your outlook. So, Dio,
Any ideas?
what do we call the phenomenon where believing in a treatment's power is enough to improve your condition?
Placebo.
There you go. You actually got it. I'm surprised. Yep,
I got
that's
that
correct.
without even seeing the options.
Some people specify that placebos don't actually have any curative properties, but even if the medicine does nothing chemically, it can affect your perception and help you feel better.
You've never heard of homeopathy.
It's water! You're healing yourself with water!
Nice going.
You have to be really smart to answer a question like that. Not really, just have to have some fucking common sense. Because I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother knows what a fucking placebo is.
One would hope.
Mind affects the body, huh? You think it'll change back, or I'll change back into a human if I just believe in it hard enough? Is he a human, Dio?
He's a fucking cat.
Is he a human?
I'm sticking my guns.
I mean, he can turn into a bus. Do you think he's a cat?
He's a shit.
He's a shit. He's a little shit, and we all know it.
Cat. I mean, that's true too, but you know.
He hasn't done anything wrong. What are you talking about?
He's not as much of a shit as Ryuji, though.
Mm-hmm.
The train is the fastest way to go. Plus, we can bring pets on here.
We can bring pets.
Who are you calling a pet?
Dude, be quiet.
Exactly. He's not a pet. He's not a cat either.
I'm the one guiding you to your destination. You should be calling me Master.
I am your master.
Kitty!
It's a kitty.
Is that your pet, mister? I heard it meow.
Master pussy.
What's our response, Dio?
This isn't a lie at all. It's just a creature.
I'm actually going to override you on this because there's a prompt on here I fucking love.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
a toy. It meows when you press on its head.
You heard her. Press on its head.
I can see where this is going.
Okay, so...
Time to button mash.
There it is! Yeah!
That animation, though.
I know, right?
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth.
I fucking love that prompt. It's my second favorite interaction in Persona 5.
First off, well, see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
My favorite's not coming up for a little bit, but you'll know it whenever I tell you about it.
Hey. Time to button mash.
Time to button mash!
Doesn't look like there are any
And you'll hear me doing that whenever we're driving in Mementos all the time.
This is the closest station.
What? We gotta walk the rest of the way? What kind of phantom thief takes the train and then walks to their destination?
Stop your complaining.
Also, you want to shout the fact that we're Phantom Thieves louder?
But this is the neighborhood he lives in. As expected of a famous artist. Looks like the fastest route
Louder
is
for
to
those
get
in the
to
back.
Station Square and then go to Central
I
Street.
don't think they heard you over in Scotland. So, he lives in a posh neighborhood, but apparently he also lives in a shack.
So, he's the ultimate hipster.
Can't go to Central Street this way. Fuck. I guess we have to go the other way. Down we go. What do you have to say, homeless man?
Station navigation.
I wish I could paint again. It's his fault that I have to live such a shitty life. What do you mean? It's got nothing to do with you. He's fooled everyone. You're all idiots. Topical.
Wait,
I mean, art is art. Like, it's a popularity contest in certain circles.
Suguru Kamoshida, former Olympian, teacher at Shujin Academy. Reason for turning himself in is a heavy conscience, huh? The human
Is it a
mind
heavy
doesn't
conscience, though?
change that easily, let alone
I mean, it is an
natural
old
temperament.
technicality.
Is there really a reason as to why Kamoshida changed so much?
Seems
On our
doubtful.
side, yeah.
Perhaps I'll have someone look into it, just in case.
And this is just further accentuating the fact that, like, the outside world knows absolutely nothing about what we do.
it?
We're at the right address. The door
But there
plate
is
does say
interest.
Madarame.
It's a two-story shack like this. What the fuck?
The
Okay,
walls
so
won't
that's never
collapse
gonna happen in
too, will
America,
they?
totally because HOAs.
No one sneeze or we'll blow this house
HOA?
down,
What?
okay?
Homeowners associations.
Oh.
You have all these nice houses and then just a shack on the corner.
This thing is made completely out of sheet metal.
It's
That would never fly around here. Don't care how big of an artist you are.
Takamaki-san, you two are here as well?
Sorry, but we ain't here to talk about the modeling thing. There's something we gotta ask you. Is it true Madarame
The brutes are here as well.
The men are here. Ugh.
Are you serious?
But you
I
might
like
be
it-
leaving your escorts at the door.
I like how his entire tone shifts as soon as he sees we're here.
Preposterous! Not only is the plagiarism impossible, but abuse.
That was a hearty-ass laugh.
Home. This is no act of violence, it is charity. And I'm the one residing here and studying under him. I'm saying it's not true, so it's beyond doubt.
You might be lying about it.
That is utter rubbish. I
Ooh.
had no family when Sensei took me in and raised me into what you see now.
What happened to your family then?
If you continue to ridicule the man I owe my life to, you will rue this day.
You really think that?
Artist killed him.
Yeah.
I heard you yelling.
It's a Batman origin story.
Slandering the
He has no father. Madarame is secretly Batman.
Yusuke. They
So that would make
must have
Yusuke
heard
Robin.
rumors and came in worry for their
Understood.
The question is he going to become Dick Grayson or Jason Todd? One of those is a decent ending, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Give him the Jason Todd special. You know what the Jason Todd special is, Dio?
I do not. I've heard you reference it, but
It's whenever you beat people with a crowbar.
oh, okay.
Because that's how Jason Todd died, remember?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. No, because Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing, right?
Yeah, Dick Grayson becomes Nightwing, and then Jason Todd becomes Red Hood. But Jason Todd only becomes Red Hood because Joker captured him, put him in a warehouse, beat him with a crowbar for like 12 hours, and then blew up the warehouse.
Already then.
I don't know all this fine art stuff.
DC, ladies and gents.
I know, right?
When I first saw you, I felt the same powerful emotion as when I saw this painting.
Me?
I wish to pursue beauty like this.
Sayuri.
I believe drawing you will be part of that pursuit. I implore you, seriously consider my offer. I'm sorry that you took the time to come all this way, but I must assist Sensei today. I hope that we can discuss this further another time. If you'll excuse me then.
Those two seem like nice guys, don't they?
Yeah, it's hard to believe any of the allegations they're telling us about.
Mementos is a different person.
Man, I only thought we found a new target too.
There's an easy way to remedy
How's
this.
the Metanav? Oh,
Hey, the app.
was it picking up our conversation? This display. It means that Madarame has a palace too, right? But why?
Interesting.
Madarame, plagiarism, and then Shaq, huh? These seem to be the keywords.
But why?
For real though, what the hell's going on? Does an old man like him really have a palace?
We have the person's name and the location. All that's left is the what that Madarame mistakes the shack for to enter his palace.
What do you think he would consider it to be, Dio?
Like how Kamoshida thought the school was his castle?
Hmm?
That's right.
You mean if he has a
Let's try
palace?
saying some
Mm-hmm.
things. They can be random guesses.
What does he view his palace
Big
as?
sudden though.
What would it be
Why don't we start with castle?
for
Well,
a high
would it be-
society artist like that?
And what about prison?
Would it be a point of pride just like Tomoshida?
Mm-hmm. So, Kamoshida's was a castle, because he was the king of the castle. What would Madarame view this as?
Would it be a shack just like what he lives in? Just because,
No.
like...
It's
could be a
what
little
he
bit
views the
smarter with all
place.
that?
He's an artist. What would he view this place as?
What would it be?
Hmm.
You have three choices.
A museum.
Forgetting navigation? Whoa, really?
There we go. Good pick. I would have gone with art school.
Art school didn't seem prestigious enough for his
When did you
character.
activate the map?
And look at this shit. I want you to keep that
Damn,
rusty old
son.
shack in mind.
Red-headed ladies
Mm-hmm.
wandered off and got caught by an enemy.
Probably would have figured it out once he started walking on two legs.
So even you can slip into the metaverse without realizing it, Morgana? Yes. In a place with minimal cognitive distortion, the differences can be subtle.
That's important.
Forget that. Look! That shack is seriously some kind of museum?
Let's go check it out.
So what does this say about his cognition, Dio? Remember how he was living in a little, very cheaply made shack?
It's a museum.
And now it's this very big, gold-encrusted museum,
World formed by lines twisted by
referred to as gaudy.
Remember Kamoshida's castle? Madarame's artwork is on display at museums in reality too, though. This exhibit was popular, and people already respect him.
Oh no,
Why did he
I still see
fantasize
like
about a
the
museum?
arc of him
Got a point. It ain't related to plagiarism or
seeing
abuse either.
like all the little things and all the petty things he does is prestigious, no matter how small.
It's not necessarily that. I'm trying to, or I'm asking you about the contrast between the shack and the museum we see now. What does that say about it?
Just the inherent value that he puts on everything compared to the actual value?
Nope. Something completely different.
Okay.
And it raises a good amount of flags against Madarame already. So, that little tin shack, how much do you think he pays a month for it?
Is minimal.
And that is what what the public sees. But in here, where nobody can see it, is this giant, gold-encrusted, gaudy piece of garbage. So what he shows people and what he actually thinks are two entirely different things. So in his eyes, he doesn't see that shack as anything worthy of it's all a front to make people like him more. Much like how this gold-encrusted place is both eye-catching and also, like, ridiculously over the top.
Yeah.
It's made to be noticed. Much like how that shack in the middle of a really nice neighborhood was also essentially made to be noticed.
Oh, so the shack in his quote-unquote persona of, like, going without and living this, artist life is just, all an eye catch.
It's all to catch the public eye and make them like him more. To make them look at his art. It's like, oh, I don't have to live off of all this or I don't have to live off of anything expensive or highly used. I just need the basic necessities for myself. When in fact, that is a lie. Literally just a bold-faced lie. And a way to... So, if it is a lie, what does that mean about the way that he's been conducting his art practices?
Well, it would be assumed that that's a lie, too.
Hey!
There's something... If not a lie, then at least disingenuous. Especially if the plagiarism is true, then it's like... No, it's not 100% a lie, but at the same time, it's not 100% truth either.
How suspicious. Oh.
A moving picture, huh?
This is Harry Potter.
We want to check out all these paintings, but we also want to break the shit in here.
Please tell me this has like a Super Mario 64 thing going on. We're going to hop in some of these paintings.
Not necessarily. There's some kind of explanation here. Let me see. It's someone's name and age? That can't be the title of the painting, right? You think it's the artist's name? Let's check the other paintings, too. I think there might be something important about them.
So it's all the artists that he's wrong.
Not necessarily just artists. Or just any artists.
Just people in general? Or maybe people that he's scammed, too.
Not people that he's scammed, but very particular people that he's robbed, essentially.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
Hey. Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Madarame's famous for having a variety of art styles, but all the portraits on display here look the same. This is way different from what was at the...
Wait a sec. Ain't this that guy we saw in Mementos? You know, the one who was shit-talking Madarame?
Natsuhiko Nakanohara. His name's written on the plaque.
Dude, I don't get it. Why is there a painting of him in here?
So can you put the can you put the pieces together, Dio, before I progress us further?
I don't believe I can.
So these are paintings. This right here is telling us that this guy, or we know that this guy was a student of Madarame's. All these paintings look the same, but they're all of these students. So what does that mean?
I mean, my first impulse is always going to be, you know, there are people that he wronged, especially since this is a palace, but...
Okay.
Oh, is it anybody that he holds in high esteem?
Nope.
No? Okay.
You are literally the exact opposite of the mark.
Oh. Oh, is it people that he's, like, feels superior to?
Nope. Not even that either.
I keep shooting around the mark.
You're shooting around the mark. You're close, but you're not on the mark.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm grabbing stuff in the room. But yeah. So, these are all students. We know that he's known for plagiarism.
Mm-hmm.
So these are, in essence, yes, these are all students that he's plagiarized against.
Mm-hmm.
But this is also an example, or what he views the world as. So, what does that say?
I don't know what you're saying in that, if I'm being honest.
So he views the world. So the palace is how he views the world.
Mm-hmm.
Are these paintings people?
No.
What are they?
They're assets.
Exactly. So what would that mean that he sees his students as?
It's assets as well.
There you go.
So it's his various styles of paintings.
Not even that. Although he views his students as works of art, he doesn't even view them as people. The fact that they're in a museum that people have to pay to come to means that he literally just views them as these inanimate, money-making paintings.
So in essence, he's a collector.
Not necessarily, because once he's done with them, and they get tired,
You're right.
he gets rid of them.
Doesn't art usually have, like, the title of the piece or the artist's name?
I don't like how you put that pause on getting rid of
The
them.
mystery. All right. Let's keep
Well,
looking
he
around
takes
here.
them out, or lets them go. Like that, or this guy right here that we were talking about. Do you remember what he is now? Or what his job is?
What was his name again?
Hey, look.
It's like Nakanahara something else. Something or another. He was the hit that we got in Mementos, the first one.
Mementos. Was he the stalker?
Yep.
Okay.
But what was his job?
I don't remember.
He was a bank
Pay
teller.
attention to his job. Oh yeah, okay.
And earlier, we ran up, or while we were on our way here, we ran into another guy who was a homeless kid, who was talking about how his teacher plagiarized his work and then left him to rot.
Mm-hmm.
Are either of those guys doing anything with the art business nowadays?
No.
So what does that say about what Madarame does to take care of his students whenever he doesn't need them anymore?
Just sets them free, more or less. Not my problem anymore.
Well, not only that, but he also makes it so that they don't have any kind or any way to interact with the art world.
It says Yusuke Kitagawa. There's
Because
no
it's all
mistaking
under his name.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so he makes the world believe that this is his work and under his name. So, in a public point of view,
I think you're right.
they're the plagiarizers.
Mm-hmm.
All of them?
So,
Because he is this all-encompassing master of all art forms.
So not only, or what he's doing is not only taking away from their creative process in the present, he's also destroying their artist potential in the future.
So he's an artistic parasite.
Mm-hmm. Says a lot about him, doesn't it?
Joker.
You alright over there? Alright, so now we got a map of his place.
Ooh.
But it only shows us the map of the actual museum. Is there more? Or is that it?
Not the deeper, darker insights.
Mm-hmm. What do I get from this? I got the Lunar Cutlass.
Oh.
Well, that sounds awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now I'm even more of a threat. You're a femme fatale, so to speak.
But is it a femme?
Is it a cat?
I've not heard about that statement.
Let's see. What does this say?
The Infinite Spring? A conglomerate work of art that the great director Madarame created with his own funds. These individuals must offer their ideas to the director for the rest of their lives. Those who cannot do so have no worth living? Hey, this is most likely about the plagiarism, right?
Damn it! What a phony geezer!
In other words, his pupils are his property. He doesn't even qualify as an artist if this is true. He's
Phony
stealing the
geezer,
ideas of
huh?
talented
I know, right?
in exchange for securing their livelihood. I wondered about those portraits on display. They must all be his pupils through his cognition. This even says that they have no worth. Couldn't this be about the abuse? Madarame will keep them around as long as they're useful to him. But the moment they're not, he's treating them like slaves or tools.
Why is Yusuke keeping quiet about this? He's got no reason to cover this up.
He did say that he owes Madarame his life for being taken in.
But still,
When we were at the exhibit, I praised one of the pieces on display. But Kitagawa-kun acted strange. Maybe that piece was plagiarized too.
what's the call? Ain't this enough to target Madarame?
Is it enough to you?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this.
That's what I'm talking about!
Hold on, you two. We should confirm these facts with Yusuke once more.
Confirm what, though?
It means we should get solid evidence that such crimes actually took place.
What a pain in the ass.
Besides, there's too much we don't know about Madarame yet. You're right. I'll try contacting Kitagawa-kun.
What a pain in the ass. It's detective work, stupid.
Mm-hmm. We gotta get dirt on him before we can actually start accusing him.
You all better come with me, okay?
This isn't Oceania.
Scared to go alone.
Mm-hmm.
Famous renowned artist, huh? This might be tougher than Kamoshida. Well, we'll just prep ourselves until we get confirmation from Yusuke. This is our first mission as real Phantom Thieves. We're gonna succeed no matter what.
Alright, first real mission. Are you ready, Dio?
Yeah.
This is gonna get weird.
Where did it come, Kamoshida?
I mean, Kamoshida
Somehow I
was...
feel like that's... Yes.
I cannot wait to see how you are gonna react to this palace.
Oh, God.
So that's a really good question, Dio. Would you really forgive someone unconditionally if you owe your life to them? So let me paint you a scenario, Dio. Let's say tomorrow. You're on your way to work, or you're on your way to Zumba, or whatever the fuck it is you do, on your day-to-day class, in your day-to-day. And something happens. You get into a really bad car crash. Immediately afterwards, while you're in the hospital, your girlfriend or significant other or whatever breaks up with you. And you get a call saying that you're no longer needed at your job. Everything falls apart. You're at your lowest of your low. You're stuck in the hospital. Someone comes in, and they offer to help you. Tell you that you can live with them, and that they'll help you get back on your feet. But after you get out of the hospital, and they're telling you, okay, we'll help you out. Do everything we can to help you feel better. They pay for your hospital bills. They pay for your therapy. They pay for your physical therapy so that you can start walking and everything again. And then whenever you're moving in with them and you live with them, start trying to find a job. Every job you find, they tell you, no, you can't have that job. I don't want you to have that job. That's not the kind of job you deserve. Right? And eventually it gets to the point where they don't let you out of the house. They tell you that you can't, or they can't afford letting you go if something else were to happen to you. They need to keep you safe. Eventually it gets to the point where they just lock you in your room. Can't talk to anyone. Can't interact with anyone. The only person you're allowed to talk to is them. And they're telling they just want to keep you safe.
So pretty much a yellow wallpaper situation.
Would you still listen to them?
I don't know.
But you owe them your life. They saved you when you were at your lowest of the low.
But it's also... Okay,
They're not necessarily physically abusing you. But... they aren't exactly giving you freedom.
But it's the same concept, you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Like, yes, all this is done with good intent, but it's also, you know, in the particular picture that, you know, you in the book I reference paint, like, it's, you know, borderline slavery at that point. Like, you know, it's almost like you bought somebody for the sake of them still living. So it's almost like on a personal note, like, I don't believe there's a debt there. Like, once it passes the point of recovery, and it's the point of prevention, then that's where I turn the line of, like, you're no longer here to be of aid, you're here either out of paranoia, or just crossing the line of power, I guess.
Alright. So then, here's the second part of that. So you realize this isn't going to work, and you decide that you want out. You sit down, you have a natural talk with the person, and you're slowly but surely able to bring to light how you feel and the fact that they're in the wrong on this. And they fully admit that they're in the wrong. And they say, okay, there's this job that I know of that I can give you, not related to me at all. It pays well, and it'll pay enough for you to be able to live comfortably by yourself. And you get that job, no strings attached, nothing else.
Yeah.
Do you still talk to that person afterwards? Will you forgive them for what they did?
Yes.
Why?
Because from my viewpoint, there's only, like... Yes, there is the concern of the past, but at the same time, there is only the present. So it's like, as long as there is no enforcement, no strings attached, like, it is one of those just clean and clear sort of deals where, you know, you can get off and, you know, go about your own business, then there's still room for, you know, at least being courteous for, you know, what they've done, and also, like, if in the present there is social attachment still, then, you know, by all means entertain that.
Would you let them be as close to you as they were before, though? To the point where you can trust them should you have issues again?
Yes, because then they would have provided that they can show the capability of understanding, like, they've crossed a line.
But it took you telling them that they'd crossed the line to make them realize that they'd crossed the line.
Yeah.
If it's gotten to that point, then there's a very good chance that they won't know self-control again.
But then that's where you step in and have that agency to, like, you know, push back and be like, hey, you're kind of crossing the line. Like, you know, maybe retreat a little bit, you know? Because it's also maintaining a social situation that you have to, you know, yes, they're going to have their point of view and conduct their activities, but at the same time, whatever you are uncomfortable with, you have an obligation to yourself to push back on what you don't see as appropriate.
I get you. Good answer.
So can you forgive somebody unconditionally if you owe your life to them?
Nope.
Oh, to this. Cool.
Well, I mean,
am I answering?
I thought you were asking me my opinion.
Oh,
But,
okay.
anyways.
By all means, expunge your opinion on that.
My
Max
explanation
gonna
is
be
pretty simple. It's more of just the fact that I don't believe evil deserves a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
And as obscure as evil is, it's up to the interpreter themselves. If they don't want someone else to be, or if someone's already hurt you, then there's no reason for you to go back to them.
Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Just for the sake of digging this hole a little bit deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I don't know. I don't want this to be a too overarching question and dig us too deep a rabbit hole, but so you don't believe that character changes over time?
Not in the strictest definition.
Mm-hmm.
People may look like they change, but deep down everybody is the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
Once you hit a certain age, your beliefs will stay rooted.
Mm-hmm.
Although how you interact with other people may differ.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who is abusive, or who was abusive in their 20s, and then in their 30s turns around to be, this upstanding, nice person who wouldn't hurt a fly.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be just what they're showing other people because they've been conditioned to that. They've been shown.
So the mask changes, but the core is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's just a different colored turd, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Are we a bunch of thugs to Yusuke, Dio?
Remind me who Yusuke is?
He's Persona 3 protagonist.
Oh, okay, yeah. Probably.
I knew it. It ain't like he thinks it is. It pisses me off just thinking about it. People have to put up with so much crap while shitty adults do whatever they want. Makes me sick.
I know these probably aren't the best choices with Ryuji, but at the same time, it's like...
Oh, these don't really affect our relationship with him. It's literally just whenever we hang out with him.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Thanks. Don't tell Ann I called you, by the way. Seriously. Well, see you tomorrow.
I don't want her knowing I call boys late at night.
You and Sojiro both.
Mm-hmm. I'm a ladies' man. All right? Yeah. All right. I contacted Kitagawa about the modeling for him. Still waiting for his response. Thanks. I really have no idea what I'm supposed to do as an art model, though.
Just be yourself.
Damn. Thanks. That's actually kind of hard. Look, you don't gotta go all out for this. You're only doing it so you can get dirt on Madarame, remember? That is true. It sounded like Kitagawa wants this to be a private picture of his, though. Well, I guess I'll let you guys know when he contacts me again.
You had me to say the paint option, didn't you?
Yep.
He said he wants me to come over after school today.
Perfect. Probably dropped all his plans just to get you over there.
We need to find out from Kitagawa-kun if what we saw in the palace was true. Hey, quiet down. It's that student council president.
Nope. Miss Investigator is here to check us out once more. Oh, she's asking Mishima.
Yikes. She got hold of Mishima today?
Trying to get it through third-party sources.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see you later.
She following people now.
We finally landed a big target. Come on, let's get some dirt on Madarame. But man, Mom's late.
Sorry. I was thinking about some things and didn't notice how much time had passed.
Thinking about what?
Don't you think Kitagawa-kun has to be protecting Madarame? I mean, they live together, so he'd have to be aware of Madarame's true nature. The only reason I can think of him doing that is that Madarame has something on him.
Yeah, that's weird. But that's
So
what we're gonna
Madarame
check
has
out,
leverage
right?
over his pupils to keep them in line.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
I mean, I thought that was inherent with him housing them and everything.
True.
Different about her to you?
So something seemed different about her, Dio? I mean, it's the same character model, but still.
Yeah. Fuck it. Did she cut her bangs?
Yeah.
Totally right. But I'm the same as always.
Huh. Well, let's get going. We gotta talk to Yusuke.
You wearing cologne?
Really happy when
Not
I
perfume,
his
but
model.
cologne?
Once he finishes drawing and gets a little friendlier, we should bring up Madarame.
I thought it would just be you coming, Takamaki-san.
He's a bit more confident about it, that's for sure.
Wouldn't you like this too, if it was just the two of us?
We're here to keep an eye on you, so don't try anything perverted, okay?
Stop making such odd assumptions. I have absolutely no interest in her as someone of the opposite sex.
Oh! Get fucking dunked on, kid!
No.
I didn't do this because you're pretty.
Let's get started.
Hey. Kitagawa-kun?
You hear her?
It's no
He's
use.
totally not paying attention to anyone.
This isn't what we planned.
He's in the zone, man. He's got his workflow going.
How are we supposed to know this was gonna happen?
He's dedicated to his craft. I'll give him that.
Pain in the ass.
Perhaps I should try going outside this room.
Do we want to send reconnaissance out, Dio?
Don't get caught.
Good answer.
Who do you think you're talking to? This is too
Ask
boring.
apology, not
So I'm going to
permission.
scout around.
Bitches.
Easier to ask for an apology, or easier to ask forgiveness than permission, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird how
That's an
flashy
apology.
that door is.
Mm-hmm.
And is that a lock? A door with a hefty lock. What could be in there?
Are you done?
It's no good.
What?
I'm sorry. Am I the problem?
No, not at all. It's just
It's not you, it's
I'm having
me.
trouble staying focused today. I'm sorry, but we'll have to resume this another time.
Hell no! How many hours do you think you made us wait?
Perhaps it's the two chatterboxes in the corner.
I know, right?
Sorry. We had another reason for seeing you today. We needed to talk to you.
It's about those rumors regarding your sensei.
This again.
That painting I saw at the exhibit. You're the one who actually painted it, right?
That's...
I knew it.
Your sensei seriously messed up. He just thinks of his pupils as tools. That's why he doesn't give a damn whether he steals their work or physically beats them. I'll make this clear. There's no point in hiding stuff from us.
Trying to grill him hard, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't go against him, could you? I'm sure we can help you out, though.
Turned into an interrogation studio.
It's just as you all say. We're our sensei's artwork. Don't misunderstand me, though. I offered my ideas to him myself. As such, it can't be called plagiarism. Sensei is simply suffering from artist's block right now.
Dude.
Really?
still.
Just artist block, huh?
Kitagawa-kun.
Then why are you sticking around?
That's a hell of a
All
sort
his
of
other
artist
pupils
block.
ran away. Aren't you the only one left?
What's wrong with a pupil helping out his master? There are no victims here. Stop pushing your self-centered righteousness on me.
Awful forceful there, aren't you, Yusuke?
okay with this?
I'm supporting Sensei as his pupil. Where's the wrong in that? Don't ever come here again. If you do, I'll sue you for causing a disturbance.
Ooh.
We're not done talking here.
So now we banished.
Then you leave me with no choice.
Hey,
I'm reporting you to the police. I asked Takamaki-san to be my model today, but I don't recall ever calling you to
Oof.
here.
what the F?
Things are getting serious.
Yuji, stop it! Calm down, okay?
Damn it.
I won't report you, but only under one condition.
What's that?
I want you to continue being my model, Takamaki-san.
But you said that it wasn't
Oh,
what
of
you
course you
wanted.
freeze up after the one condition.
Mm-hmm.
I was unconsciously being modest for your sake. However,
It was
I have
just getting
nothing to
spicy.
worry about anymore. If you're willing to bear everything to me, I will put my heart and soul into creating the best nude painting ever.
There it is.
Nude?
What was it?
To think I'd be able to create a nude painting with my most ideal model. Of course, you two won't be allowed in, and I ask that you forget about our discussion today as well. If I don't submit a new piece to Sensei soon, there will be some inconveniences.
Nude? Meaning it'll be without any clothes, right? Why are things suddenly escalating like that?
Because those are my terms.
But that's...
Wait, ain't that bad?
Sensei is
Close
out
your
during the
instruction.
afternoon while the art exhibit is
Nude painting of an underage girl? How could this possibly go wrong?
Will you give me a
Oh
second
boy.
here?
Of course.
We stepped into that bear trap, huh?
Mm-hmm.
According to your plans.
It's gonna get weird.
Before the exhibit ends.
It's gonna get spicy.
Why are you not listening?
Sensei will be returning home soon. We're done for today. Takamaki-san, I'll be waiting for you to contact me.
No. We are not done talking here.
Hey, what should we do?
Should we let them do? Let them do what they do?
Who? Artist?
Are you even paying attention to the stream, do you?
I'm trying to load up the fucking screen. Bear with me. I'm having technical issues. I'm sorry. I was
So
invested, but my
transparent.
connection decided to shit the bed.
So did you hear what he said as far as his conditions with On are? He wants to make a nude painting of her.
Oh, so that's his one condition. Oh boy.
We should leave.
Yeah, we just need it.
Damn it. You got us good this time.
Ain't nothing we can do about that. Sorry, honey. But you're gonna make your debut in the art world a lot differently than you thought.
Dug this hole by agreeing. No man left behind my ass.
Looks like you're gonna have to bite the bullet and do a nude painting for us, On. Such a shame to...
The way he said it, it's not gonna be semi, but full
Such a
on.
crying shame.
It's gonna be full nude. Ain't it great?
Drop it!
You know, you won't have to worry about that if we make Madarame confess before
Looks
the
like could be our
exhibit ends.
deadline for this palace this time.
Either we get Madarame to fess up and change his heart, or On has to lay bare.
Yep. I could see that being the stakes, in all honesty.
Madarame's no different from Kamoshida. That asshole's using Yusuke who doesn't have parents. You're telling me we should just ignore how he's being treated horribly like the other pupils?
No. It is frustrating to leave this alone, even if Kitagawa-kun is fine with it himself.
You can't leave it be because you've endured a lot yourself with Kamoshida.
Yeah.
So she's got sympathy for him,
we gotta
since
go
she
after
was
this
also
guy.
abused.
Madarame's the kind
Yeah.
of target we've been waiting for. Let's help Yusuke come to his senses too. Before he ends up like us.
Broken,
Right.
beaten,
We
left
need to
down
look
in the
into
prime of
Madarame
life.
first.
There might
Just
be
because
tons more
you're
stuff
both
that hasn't been
abused doesn't mean
exposed
it's
yet,
right.
too.
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct.
He's preoccupied with his exhibit.
Also, there's the thing about me modeling. Kitagawa-kun said there'd be inconveniences unless he submits a new piece. Maybe that's going to be announced soon as Madarame's next work.
You'll be nude for everybody to
She's
see.
gonna see you nude?
Okay, but what are those stakes, though? Like, they're off the property, like... How is he going to leverage his side of the deal, though? Like, who's to say we just don't come near this neighborhood again?
Good question.
It's probably gonna be our binding to fate and having to, you know, exact justice on this dude.
Can't wiggle your way out of this one, bitch.
Are you not confident?
Hell no!
We must deal with Madarame, no matter what, before his exhibit ends.
Let's start after school tomorrow. Oh, it'll be a pain if Miss President finds us on the rooftop again, so... where to meet up? Let's see... I guess that walkway-like place in Shibuya would work. It's near Madarame's place, too.
So our hideout is
Hideout
changing.
periodically, huh? That's a plan I don't mind backing.
It is now the Shibuya Tenkyo Building access way.
Alrighty.
Hey, can I talk to you kids?
Oh, so the bitch that's investigating us is like the class president or whatever?
Yep, she's the high school president.
Sounds about right.
Oh, sorry.
Of course, it would be the class president that is investigating anything that goes wrong.
People that know Madarame's pupils.
Or student council president, I guess.
Sayuri that was supposed to have stolen in the past. But there's this rumor that it was taken by one of his pupils
prefect.
in retaliation for being abused. Have you heard anything about that?
So, have we heard anything about a painting getting stolen by one of the other artists?
Ryuji knows.
Me? I don't know nothing.
I plead the fifth.
There's no case unless there's a victim, and if there's no proof of abuse, I can't write either.
Me?
Looks like I'm back to square one. Sorry for taking your time. I'm a journalist. If you ever get any leads, mind contacting me here? See you then.
I guess we should go home for today.
You have the power of a whistleblower.
Alright, we just got a hot older woman's number. Fuck yeah.
Only for professional use.
Sure.
Hey, it's me. Got a minute? I have some interesting news. Someone who received a change of heart contacted me on the fan site. Said he wants to meet with you to discuss another person who needs a change of heart.
Call.
He wants to meet with you.
Why me?
You're better off talking to him in person if you want specifics. All I know is his target is a terrible person, and that it might complicate things if he posted the name online. I'll have him wait for you at Shibuya Station after school. The guy's name is Nakanohara.
Nakanohara, huh? Interesting. The plot thickens. And the plot thickens a bit more for Morgan. Name that reference. Sounds like a student of his offed himself when he couldn't speak up about Madarame stealing his work.
Oof. That's unforgivable.
That journalist was looking into Madarame too. It could be real. Someone died, though. No one's talking about it. I bet it was covered up. Wonder if Kitagawa has heard anything. It'd be great if he could help us out. Ain't that asking a bit much? After today, he's probably going to be on edge about us. Well, anyway, Madarame's still a piece of crap. Let's meet up tomorrow. It'll be our first time at the new hideout. It's the passageway in Shibuya, right? Got it. See you guys tomorrow.
What Ryuji just spoke of is true. There have to be other victims.
Like that homeless kid we saw. So, the cat's sitting down, which means we have the ability to do stuff within LeBlanc tonight. So what should we do?
You know my answer.
Alright, let's make some infiltration tools. Gotta stock up on that coffee. I think we only have like... How much do we have? We have 18 of it. We need more.
What's the coffee even do?
Restores SP, which is why it's so fucking important. Because SP items are both expensive and hard to come by.
That's why it only gives you 2 as well.
Yes.
Well, it's also because it's supposed to somewhat inadvertently nerf your ability to stay in palaces indefinitely. Because the entirety of the combat relies on you being able to do successful baton passes. Doing baton passes requires casting spells. Casting spells requires SP. If you don't have SP, you can't do baton passes. If you can't do baton passes, you're fighting all the enemies the hard way.
It all boils down.
Oh, will you shut up, cat? I shut him away in my room because he didn't want to come out. Are you ready to come out now?
Well, while we're day transitioning, I'm taking another restroom break.
Alright. No, you don't want to come out? Alright, accept your fate. He said he was going to take a restroom break, but he's gone to Miss Pratt.
We're about to head to the hideout too. Who's that?
Excuse me.
That's Nakanohara. Mishima told us to meet him here in Shibuya today.
For real? My name is Nakanohara. Natsuhiko Nakanohara. The one who was posted about on the Phantom Aficionado website.
He seems pretty nice. Doesn't seem like the stalker type. I think the change of heart must have worked.
It worked pretty well on him.
The administrator
It's good.
of the website contacted me. They told me to look for someone in a Shujin uniform with a cat.
So, what do you want?
You may have already heard, but there's someone I wish to trigger a change of heart in. An artist by the name of Madarame.
We all know about that.
You think this is it? Is the pupil gonna confess his master's secrets?
The shadow did mention Madarame as well.
I'm one of Madarame's former pupils. He gave me lodging at his home, where I thought only about art. I genuinely wanted to be an artist. There was another pupil as well. A very talented man, multiple years my senior. Obviously Madarame kept tabs on him. Everything he made was claimed as a Madarame original. He wasn't
Interesting.
the only victim, though.
Right.
So this guy's coming full disclosure with everything.
In response to Madarame's actions, that senior pupil committed suicide.
Suicide?
He must have been unable to bear seeing his work praised under Madarame's name. That was when I disobeyed Madarame's orders and left, but he quickly pressured other parts of the art world, and my life as a painter was destroyed. I tried to turn over a new leaf working at a ward office, but it was no use. My attachment to art warped my emotions. Soon I began getting attached to everything. In the end, I even turned into a stalker. I'd like to ask again. Please, make Madarame have a change of heart. Not only for me. It's to save the life of another man as well.
Save their life, huh?
Even now, there's still one young man remaining under Madarame's tutelage. I think he's about your age.
That has to be Yusuke.
Not only is he a talented artist, he also owes Madarame for taking him in after his mother passed. He is the perfect target.
So Yusuke's got no choice but to listen.
I actually spoke to him a few times back when I was still living at Madarame's. I asked him if he found it painful to stay with Madarame. And you know what he said? If I could leave, I would.
Kitagawa-kun.
I have
Interesting.
no right to say this.
So he really was putting a front up to us.
But I
I don't want to see another suicide. I'd like to find a way to save this young man. He has a bright future ahead of him. Please consider that when thinking about changing Madarame's heart.
Good to know. Good to know. Dio missed all of this.
We've been asked to act directly on behalf of one of Madarame's victims. It sounds like we don't have the time to deliberate whether or not to change Madarame's heart.
Let's save Yusuke.
Hell yeah! Madarame's just a piece of shit who preys on the weak.
Suicide. I'll never let something like that happen.
And it hits home extra for
I
Ann.
got to hear how Kitagawa-kun really feels.
Really, really nice.
Well, since we've reached
Well,
a unanimous decision,
maybe that's not the right term I want to use. The story is blending together well.
my fellow thieves, welcome to our new hideout. Our target this time is Madarame. We all saw that palace. We'll pay dearly if we assume it's just going to be like the last one. Furthermore, Lady Ann's chastity is on the line.
What?
We'll need to do what we did with Kamoshida. First, we secure an infiltration route in the palace. After that, we send our calling card. Once the treasure has materialized, we steal it.
Yeah, remember, if we fail this, then Ann has to go nude.
Doing stuff in the palace yet? Why are we already getting treated like criminals in there?
You're learning, Ryuji.
Hey, I'm back.
Done.
Alright, awesome.
Because he doesn't trust him.
What a mess.
Any unknown
So we met up with one of Madarame's other pupils, and he not only admitted to the fact that Madarame was responsible for the suicide of one of his other pupils, but he also told us that Kitagawa, or Yusuke, admitted that he doesn't want to be there.
We need to be
Okay.
careful of Kitagawa-kun this time
So-
too. I'm sure that whatever he sees will just get passed on to Madarame.
That's right.
Hey, what is Madarame's treasure going to look like anyway? Another crown?
I doubt that, but my sixth sense will know when I see it.
Oh yeah, you go completely nuts.
No,
huh?
he doesn't see
Our
himself
time
as a
limit
king,
is when
so.
the exhibit ends,
Mhm.
right? That
He sees
means-
himself as an artiste!
We'll carry out
Could
the
be a painter.
Living in high society, creating masterful pieces of art.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen here.
I hear that voice a little bit too well.
No matter
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
okay?
Okay.
Alright, we ready? Let's get this mission started. We'll steal before the deadline. There's the mission start! We have 18 days. Occasionally, you will encounter palace obstacles that are impossible and require interacting with the target in the real world. You'll need to leave the palace to find the obstruction, enter palaces quickly to find obstacles, and triumph over challenges before the deadline. Alright. Let's head into that palace, shall we? Oh. We're going into the high society. I'm Severus Snape.
Okay.
Alright, let's get going. Bing. Well, hello there.
Come inside. We've much to discuss.
Our master would like a word with you. Come on in. I'm going to jail!
Oh, lordy.
Alright. So you've come. Your rehabilitation seems to be going smoothly.
Thanks to you.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I expect no less.
I've prepared a special gift for you. I must reward such exemplary conduct. Use this power. I have the hiccups now. Why? Every persona has a specific trait, each of which has a different effect. Some may decrease the cost of a skill or increase the power of a specific attribute. There are various benefits associated with using a persona's trait in battle. Be sure to take into account which actions will best utilize the trait. You can view the details of a persona's trait in the persona status screen by pressing square. Our master is extending incredible kindness. Shed tears of joy, inmate. Your personas are born from the mass of your heart. They come in all matter of shapes and sizes. You must master the inner workings of each persona to draw out its power. Do that, and they will surely be of great use to you on your journey to rehabilitation.
Then...
If you have any other business, you may tend to it now. Well, I am a little bit of a higher level, so I can start summoning higher level personas. I might as well take a look at that.
Do you need something?
Take a look, take a gander.
Mm-hmm.
You've certainly seen.
What do you need now?
Time for some you wish to perform an
Wait, I don't know what level I am yet.
Wait, what was my level again?
I know, right? I think I'm like 18 or something like that. Stats.
Am I
15.
a god yet?
I'm close.
Do you have business?
I don't know if I have any level 15s.
You'd like
that
to
are
read these are the
decent.
paths you have walked.
Don't look at that. Don't look at any of this. So it's 15 and under. 15. I can get a queen's necklace? No. I may know Uzume,
Is this
huh?
what you want?
Ooh! You have a good amount on you, girly. What about Shisa?
Is this what you want?
Nothing.
Is this what
Mikami. Well, you're experienced with Freeze, which is decent.
you want? Is this what
Saki
you want?
Mitama. He's got Bufu! And resist Dizzy too. Interesting. Archangel.
Is this what you want?
Ooh. Actually kind of like that stuff. I think I will go with no
This
Uzume.
persona?
Nocturnal Flash, huh? Medium chance of Dizzy on all foes. That's awesome.
A fee is required.
Yeah, I'll take
then
that.
accept this persona.
And
Is this what you
where was the other one?
Is this what you want?
yeah, there
You
it
can
is.
hold no more personas.
Ah, damn it. Well, looks like I'm getting rid of some.
Inmate needs a-
Execute him.
Fusion.
I can only do normal fusions. Let's get rid of Sithy and
Not
Kate
terrible.
Sith.
Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
So now we can mess with their traits as well as their actual skills. So this one has cold-blooded, intense focus, and thermal conduct. Increased chances of inflicting burn after a baton pass. He doesn't do burn. Strengthen magic skills by targeting one foe, or magic skills targeting one foe by 20%, and increased damage of inflicting, or increased chance of inflicting freeze after one more. I'll go with cold-blooded. Also give him Dormina and
Its
Tarukaha.
power will be nothing unusual. Now for a rebirth.
Escape. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you've seen the execution before, haven't you, Dio?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you showed me on the first blending.
On the first one, yep. Alright, cool. So we've got that out of the way.
Finished. You'd like to read the complete here.
Where was the level 15?
It's,
What was the other level 15 I wanted?
It's something to behold.
This persona?
Which one?
It's the one
Is
that
this
you
what
just
want?
fused.
You'll withdraw this persona? This is your power.
Alright.
Done already.
We've got ourselves nice and set up.
No slacking off.
Go forth. I have high expectations of you. Alright.
Hey,
Shit. Everybody ready?
come on.
What are you standing around for? Get with the program, alright? You're a vital member of the team here. Alright.
Let's do it.
So, I think we will save Madarame's Palace for the next time we stream.
Alright.
And actually start infiltrating there. And it's totally not because I just got a message from Anarchy asking, or wanting to play now. This is all planned. It's totally, it's because I've been streaming for like, what, 6-7 hours now? Not consecutively, of course, but yeah, now it's Dio's turn to stream and get all his shit sorted out.
Yep.
So while we do that transition over, we're going to be heading over to Smite with Anarchy and probably Millions later on. But yeah, and then we're going to be going, or Dio's going to be streaming. I'm not, that way I can actually fucking listen to my own music.
I wondered why you always cut.
I mean, I can't play Smite if I don't have music in my ears. For some reason I just can't focus.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting. I'd be able to hear everything.
I mean, I can still hear it. The music isn't loud enough that it drowns out the stuff, but it's also like loud enough that I can, or it's loud enough that I can catch it occasionally, and it helps me.
It's enough for your comprehension.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to it in the background.
I'm going to switch controllers too, real quick. So.
Alrighty. In that case, I'll go ahead and end the stream. Say goodbye, Dio. Say goodbye, Anarchy.